So we are directly starting the program. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all the respected guests and dear participants here in this national level e-workshop conducted on the topic of designing e-content for English language and literature. Dear friends, as we all know that we are caught in an unprecedented and extraordinary situation caused by a pandemic disease COVID-19, where everything has come to an abrupt halt. We are afraid that when and how the academic year will start, whether we will be able to engage our classes in normal conditions or something we need to seek for. Presently, it is seen that our academic world has emerged out with the virtual mode of e-learning. Our department, in collaboration with IQAC, thought of conducting such an activity long before, where the Board of Studies in English, University of Mumbai, especially its chairman, Dr. Sudhir Nikam sir, gave us a chance of having this e-workshop here on today. Through this workshop, dear friends, we are trying to cover the various methods of learning literature and language virtually with the help of today's experts' deliberations. Friends, our college has conducted several webinars and web conferences on Telegram and other media and other activities too. Under the able leadership and guidance of our Honorable Principal, Dr. A.S. Kulkarni sir, who has always been a source of inspiration and motivation for all of us. It is his visionary approach made us busy in either this or that kind of academic venture. Now it is time to call upon our respected principal, Dr. A.S. Kulkarni sir, to deliver his complimentary address on this occasion of e-workshop. So I would like to invite Honorable Dr. A.S. Kulkarni sir. Sir, over to you. Dr. A.S. Kulkarni sir.
And dear participants, at the very outset, let me extend you all a warm welcome on behalf of our Arts, Commerce, Science College Lanja. On a virtual floor of this national level e-workshop on designing e-content
थोड़ा सा माइक तोड़ना जवळ घेता का
and literature conducted by my Department of English and IPS. Well, friends, we all, we all, we all know that an unprecedented pandemic situation is prevalent in all over the world because of COVID-19, and it has an impact on our academic world so badly that everything has almost stopped as a result. However, we the intellectuals have come with other measures of teaching and learning with the help of technology so that we can certainly cope up with this unprecedented condition and keep the show must go on. Friends, our Arts, Commerce and Science College Lanja is established in 1996 in an interior and progressive area of Western Ghat region of Ratnagiri district. Earlier, it was very difficult to get an admission for tertiary education for the students of interior part of this region. Now, the college offers UG and PG courses in the streams of arts, commerce, and science. I feel very proud to share with you that our college has been honored with Best College Award in 2012-13 by University of Mumbai and has got A grade in the third cycle of NAC accreditation. Like other institutes, our college has also taken an initiative to develop the teaching learning resources by conducting the national and international web conference, seminars, and workshops. Today's workshop is one of the part of this series. Friends, I strongly believe that in this world of technology, we should rather, I must say, ourselves techno-savvy. Unless and until we can make ourselves techno-savvy on or technocrat, we cannot survive in this world of ICT. I hope that this e-workshop will give us an opportunity to make ourselves able to produce the e-content for English language and literature. I'm happy to see that very eminent and scholarly peoples are the guests of today's function. They will certainly guide and motivate us to create the student and the consumer friendly teaching learning materials so that we could engage our student right in this pandemic situation and in normal conditions too. Friends, let me extend a big thanks to respected Sudhir Nikam sir, who is the chairman board of studies in English, University of Mumbai, and today's inaugurator for giving us an opportunity to conduct this e-workshop in our college. Sir has also made it possible to have the respected Dr. Rajesh Kharat sir, Dean, Faculty of Humanities, University of Mumbai, as a chief guest of today's function, and respected Dr. Dilip Barad, Professor and Head, Department of English and Dean of Faculty of Arts, MK Bhavnagar University, Bhavnagar. Respected Dr. Jagdish Joshi, Director, UGC HRDC, Gujarat University, Ahmedabad, and respected Dr. Sachin Labade, Associate Professor, Department of English, University of Mumbai, as resource persons, and respected Rajesh Karmal, Head Department of English, University of Mumbai, as the guest of valedictory address. So once again, I must say thanks to Dr. Nikam Sam for your cooperation, and we'll hope that the same kind of assistance we get in future also. I must say thanks to the respected guest and proud to say that more than 3,500 participants across the country have registered with us. Such an overwhelming number of participants on this virtual floor of e-workshop. Herewith, I would like to congratulate and give thanks to Dr. R.B. Kamble and Dr. Mari for organizing such a mega event. I'll be very happiest person to welcome you here at our place if it became possible to visit Lanza in near future, because Lanza is the place which is abundantly and lavishly bestowed with the beauty of nature, sea beaches, world famous Alfonso mango, as well as the cashew nuts, coconuts, and its folklore and folk culture. I am forwarding here with this e-workshop will prove as an innovative, insightful, and engaging for all of you. I hope that you will enjoy the workshop. Once again, I give you the thank and thanks a lot again. Thank you. I would like to give.
I'm very privileged to introduce our inaugurator, Dr. Sudhir Nikam sir is the chairperson of Board of Studies in English, University of Mumbai. He is the member of Academic Council in Research and Recognition Committee, University of Mumbai. Sir is an associate professor and head PG Department of English, BNN College, Bhiwandi, Mumbai from Maharashtra. Sir is also the former secretary of Indian Association for Canadian Studies, Baroda. Sir is also US member at various universities like Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj Nagpur University, Nagpur, Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and MK Bhavnagar University, Bhavnagar. He is BOS member at various autonomous colleges across the country. Dr. Nikam sir is the member of Research and Recognition Committee of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonore. Sir has a book on his credit. And sir has also published some articles in reputed national and international journals. He himself is an chief editor of international journals like Literary Insight, Contemporary Discourse, and the Higher Education and Research Society. Sir has delivered many lectures in national and international conferences and seminars. he has engaged the sessions at various HRDC centers like Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Mumbai. Sir has supervised 13 PhD students and he has evaluated 80 plus PhD theses and conducted the VIVOS examination of all of them. Sir is also the president of Higher Education and Research Society Mumbai and International Forum for Academic, 7 international conferences and 1 national workshop. Sir has recently organized a series of experts talk on social issues during this pandemic situation of COVID-19 so that people become aware about how to save themselves from this COVID-19. I extend my heartfelt and sincere thanks to Dr. Sudhir Nikam sir for giving us this opportunity to conduct e-workshop here in our college. Now, I once again welcome Honorable Dr. Sudhir Nikam sir on behalf of Arts, Commerce and Science College Lanja and invite to Dr. Sudhir Nikam sir to inaugurate this e-workshop. Over to you, Dr. Sudhir Nikam sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kamble, for a very lovely introduction by you. Friends, it is an honor for me to inaugurate the National E-Workshop on Designing E-Content for English Language and Literature. Let me express my gratitude to the management of the college, that is the New Education Society, and its members, honorable patron, Sri Sriram Vanjare, CEO, Sri Jayant Shete, Honorable Secretary, Sri Vijay Khawle, Honorable Professor Rajesh Kharat, Dean Faculty of Humanities, who will be joining us soon, Dr. A.S. Kulkarni, Principal, Dr. R.S. Rajesh Karankal, Head of the Department, Dr. Dilip Barad, Professor and Head Department of English, Bhavnagar University, Bhavnagar, and also the Dean of Arts Faculty, Dr. Jagdish Joshi, Director, UGC HRDC, Gujarat University, Ahmedabad, Dr. Sachin Lavde, Associate Professor, Department of English, University of Mumbai, and Dr. Rajiv Kamble, the convener and head of the Department of English, Dr. Rajesh Mali, the co-convener. Dear friends, we are in an unforeseen and unprecedented situation today with COVID-19 cases on the rise, making new highs every day. The reopening of colleges and commencement of regular modes of teaching seems a distant possibility for now. This situation brings a great responsibility to our teaching community. Yet, I would say that we must not get disheartened because it's not a negative picture. There are so many positive things that are coming out of this. Fortunately, there are alternative ways of teaching our students through which we can continue imparting education. We all know that teachers are indispensable in any learning environment. And here in this workshop, we are not going to promote online teaching. Online teaching cannot be an alternative to regular mode of teaching. However, teaching is continuously an upgrading task, and we need to upgrade teaching with various technological tools that are available even in our regular teaching mode. We used to make use abundant also. We are how to use ICT based tools, and for the time being, for a few months or few weeks, we need to use alternative method of teaching, but this is not a permanent solution that I would like to make it clear. The COVID-19 situation has brought us an opportunity to integrate technology in into teaching. It is said that technology will not replace teachers, but teachers who use technology will replace those who do not. So it is our prime responsibility to update ourselves with the use of technology. If we look around, we find that online courses designed by professionals are being marked by private players. We are on the verge of a major transition in the way courses are designed and delivered. I think our role in this newly emerging educational environment is to make education accessible and let it percolate up to the masses. If a self-motivated learner wants to learn something from your content, let them do it. I know that a significant number of our students still do not have access to technology, but that should not hinder our efforts to step up and produce quality educational e-content for our students. Whatever is in our hand, we need to do our best with the available resources. We hope that the access to online education will improve in coming times with greater speed than before. We teachers are familiar with designing curriculum and content for offline mode of education. However, since the COVID-19 situation is getting worse day by day, we cannot predict when regular classroom teaching is going to resume. Let us have positive views regarding that as well. Some alternative solutions also may be brought out by UGC and the government. It seems that UGC is also weighing alternatives. Dear friends, it is high time we respond to this call positively. For the time being, we have to make most of the technological tools available with us to reach our students and provide them with quality educational experiences as much as possible. In online education, we have to think like distance mode of education and we have to plan accordingly. If we think of developing a full online course, the e-content development guidelines issued a few years back by the UGC, which are also available on the UGC website, you can browse it, can provide some insight into e-content development. Guidelines given by Swayam portal can also be of great help. Content duration has been estimated on the basis of the number of hours that are required to transact the content in the classroom. Let me give an example. For example, a course in classroom requires 1 credit and a credit is equivalent to 15 hours classroom teaching. The content of a course will be taken as 15 hours, and if we talk about on an average, if we go to it, UG students have to take 6 to 8 papers in an academic year. Therefore, during the study period of 3 years, a student may take 18 to 24 papers. A paper shall comprise of 40 modules each module of 1 hour duration, and to include production in 4 quadrants. The first quadrant contains textual development, PDF, e-books, illustration, video demonstrations, documents, and interactive simulations wherever required. The second quadrant consists of video and audio content in an organized form, animation, simulations, visual labs. The third quadrant is made of web resources like Wikipedia development of course studies, anecdotal information, historical development of the subject, and articles. And the fourth quadrant is self-assessment, which is formed by MCQ, problems, quizzes, assignments, and solutions, online feedback through discussion forum, and setting up FAQs, clarifications on general misconceptions. Friends, there is a lot of freeware available online which can help teachers record and disseminate their online courses. Free screen recording software such as DU Recorder, OBS Studio, inbuilt screen recorder in Windows 10 can be of great help to teachers in recording their lessons. Video editors like Shotgun are also freely available. Teachers can choose from available platforms like Google Meet, Zoom, WebEx, and so many others tools to conduct live sessions. Teachers can use Google Classroom to reach their students. YouTube is flooded with n number of tutorials which can help you become proficient in using tools mentioned above. We need an urge to learn new things to cope up with the situation. Social media apps like WhatsApp can be used for effective communication with the students. Even Telegram, Telegram admits to approximately 2 lakh students in it. So for effective delivery of online courses, an efficient LMS, that is Learning Management System, is required. We think of Moodle because it is a free open source software package designed for delivering online courses effectively in a user-friendly way. It has its own Android app for improved access for both teachers and students. I think it is time that we break the teacher stereotype and step up for transforming the way education is imparted. It is time to make your online presence felt. It is time that you are more easily accessible to your students as mentors and facilitators. And friends, let me share you one thing, how this workshop came into existence. One of my friends who is an experienced teacher, he just wrote an email to me regarding Board of Studies in English of University of Mumbai needs to do something for the teachers to equip them for teaching in the next academic year. So we thought it better, since last few workshops and webinars were conducted in cosmopolitan colleges like Rizvi College and other colleges. Now we thought it relevant to conduct a workshop on e-content in a college which is situated in a very remote area, that is Lanja. Lanja is remotely located from Ratnagiri district, and how technical problems can be faced by a college in a rural area. Uh, uh, this workshop itself may be an epitome of that. Due to electricity failure and so many natural calamities that occurred, the college is facing so many difficulties, and I request all the participants to bear with all these technical glitches. If something, some inconvenience is called, I beg pardon to them. But still, in spite of all this, the team of the college is doing its best to provide you the best resource persons. And therefore, friends, those initially it was designed, it was planned that the workshop should be conducted only for the teachers from colleges affiliated to University of Mumbai. But today we know there is an explosion of information. You cannot stop information and knowledge from the learners, and that is why we thought it most relevant to conduct the workshop at national level, so that many teachers from other universities may also get benefit of it. So I thank the principal of the college and head of the department, Dr. Kulkarni and Dr. Kamble, respectively, for giving permission to us and having a workshop like this. So on this background, I feel it a great honor to announce the inauguration of National E-Workshop on designing e-content for English language and literature. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Over to you, Dr. Kamble.
From
Yes, sir.
Hem Chandracharya, North Gujarati Patan. Sir is also the co-opt member of the Academic Council of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University, Ahmedabad. It is very happy to announce that Sir has published 4 personal websites and 4 mobile apps for the teaching purposes. So with such an exhaustive list of credentials, we have with us Dr. Dilip Bharat sir. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Dilip Bharat sir, and invite you sir for the sake of delivering the first session. Over to
Yeah,
you, Honorable
yeah.
Dr. Dilip Bharat sir.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah. First of all, Dr. Sudhir Nikam has very rightly pointed out that we have to reach out to rural areas, and we have to do like a capacity building of rural colleges. And it is very good to see that Lanja is located far away from Ratnagiri. It is in a rural place where there may be problems even of electricity and internet and other things, and yet they are ready to organize an event like this in form of online. This capacity building, this confidence building of all the teachers, colleges, institutions, it is very much required. So congratulations to all those people who are behind the organization to select a place which is remotely located and trying out what problems are we facing, because we all are on a very interesting learning curve. COVID-19 has given us an interesting opportunity to try to test our capacities, infrastructural capacities, our ability to communicate with remote spaces, our ability to deal with education into remote locations in different ways. And we have to grab this opportunity very positively, very optimistically. We take this opportunity and try it out to see where and how things are happening. And we know we are going to come out with better equipments, better facilities, better ways of delivering education in all these places after COVID-19, because this is actually going to give us wonderful learning lessons from where we are going to grow. So congratulations, Lanja College, for organizing this. Problems do happen. Whoever are doing the work, they normally face problems. We all are doing this almost for the first time in our lives. So anytime technical problems and other things we are going to face. So, but it is trying out is very good that they keep on persistently doing out these things. What I'm going to talk here today is about the deliverables of e-content rather than actually making of e-content. I know Dr. Jagdish Joshi is very good in making e-content. He has organized many online programs after developing e-content. So he's going to speak about that. Dr. Sachin Abade also will speak about language aspect and e-content. So what I want to concentrate here is what we are doing at our department and how we are incorporating e-content into our everyday teaching learning process. That is face-to-face teaching learning, to flipped learning, to blended learning, and what are our outcomes. That is what I want to share with everybody. I would like to share my screen to show the PowerPoint there. And at the same time, I would also like to see that I'm sharing one link. I think my PPT will be visible. I'm sharing a link in a YouTube chat also. So those who are watching on YouTube, there are a large number of people on YouTube, more than 230 people are watching on YouTube. I'm sharing one link there, which I'm going to discuss about that link later on in my PPT, but you can keep it handy. And if you have time, you can browse through some of the blogs and other things also, which I'm going to talk about in this. So I have shared in chat of YouTube that particular link. I already shared that particular link in the chat, even in the Zoom platform also. So I think those who are on Zoom, if you will just scroll about on the top part, you will come to that particular link where the things are shared also. I'm going to come to this later on in the discussion here. What I want to say is designing e-content deliverables. I'm not, as I said earlier, I'm not going to talk about designing e-content, but designing e-content deliverables. The deliverables shall be tangible, measurable, quantifiable. So when we talk of education system and what education we do, how far we can make something that is quantifiable, measurable, tangible. And then we can say, well, this e-content has this effect. And this is how learning happens there. And the contribution of students in this, that is very important thing that we keep on trying, and we are getting a very positive result of this. So that is also something that I would like to share with everybody when I say this. The basic pedagogical strategy that we adopt when we incorporate technology in our teaching is that one half, when teachers are using technology, it is one half of this full cycle. But when the students are using, it is the second half of that. So if students are not using technology and only teachers are using, we don't say that it is a proper integration of technology into teaching learning process. What students do with technology is very, very important. That is where we look at the deliverables. Are our e-content reaching out to our students or not? And what are our students doing with the e-content, and how they also become a part and parcel of working with e-content, generating also their own content, and also like being a part of the very idea about technology integration. So that is something very important that I would like to share there. Ultimately, our deliverables shall be student-centered rather than teacher-centered. That is something very significant that we have to keep in mind when we talk about designing e-content, that it should be student-centered. First of all, when we look at online education in this particular aspect, we have to first see what is online teaching and online learning. We have to see what is ERT, that is, we call it emergency remote teaching, and then we come down to e-content, quadrants, instructional design, and a case study of what we are doing. That is what I want to look at today. Now, first of all, online teaching. If we break this word into two, online and teaching, then what we find is that are we actually doing online teaching or not? That question becomes very important for us. And what we are seeing nowadays, what is happening nowadays, and the way we are preparing ourselves in this lockdown time for teaching, learning, is not actually online teaching, but it is ERT, that is emergency remote teaching. And it is temporary moving of in-person or hybrid courses to an online teaching format. Online teaching is very different. It has an instructional designed specifically for use in an online format. We have to think of pedagogical strategies that are required for flipped learning, blended learning, flipping the classroom, and lot many things. People who are now zooming out their classes nowadays in schools and colleges, they perhaps don't know what is blending the learning also. So that is an integral part when we look at these things here. Teaching is a very important word here. Whenever we were talking about online mode of delivering our e-content, it was learning that was at the center. It was not teaching. So people were talking about online learning. MOOC, we know what MOOCs are, massive online open courses from Swayam to Coursera to EDX. People are well aware about it. Many people have already done many MOOCs also. The basic tenets of MOOC is not teaching, it is learning. So online learning, and there is lots of things that is different from teaching to learn. The entire the paradigm of online was always learner-centered. It was never teacher-centered. Now suddenly we are in a situation where we are talking a lot about online teaching rather than learning. So again, teacher is at the center rather than the learner who was supposed to be at the center. So our online teaching is going to desperately fail. And that's why Dr. Sudhir has made a very interesting remark also, that we are not promoting online teaching. It cannot be replaced by face-to-face and other kinds of things. Well and good. It's good to stand with that idea. But we know it that our online teaching is going to fail, and not because there is a problem with online or technology. The problem is with us. Like, we are not capable enough. We do not have a capacity building to deal with this content, which happens in a rather different way. So when we do ERT, obviously the way online learning was supposed to happen, it is going to fail there. The better option in between all this thing, if you don't want to fail in this, or we don't want to fail technology in this, I again repeat that, but if we don't want to fail technology in this, then we have to think of flipped learning, blended learning, and other kinds of things also, which becomes necessary there. So this ERT online is a very well planned online learning experiences. They are meaningfully different. And this, our response to the crisis or a disaster, is something very different from what we are doing. And that is why, see this first sentence, in contrast to experiences that are planned for the from the beginning and designed to be online, Emergency remote teaching is a temporary shift of instructional delivery to an alternate delivery mode due to some circumstances that we are facing here. Now see this, the learning experiences which are completely different in an online mode, from there to this, when we do, there is a tremendous thing. Second point says that we are going to return back to the traditional face-to-face mode as soon as the crisis or emergency has abated. So now in this context, we are not actually preparing ourselves for a robust educational ecosystem which can sustain into a blended or a flipped mode by taking good aspects of face-to-face mode as well as something that is really good with online mode kind of things also. If we do that, it is very good. People like Dr. Jagdish Joshi in their HRDC, they are doing it wonderfully. They are amalgamating in such a beautiful way. And you find that people are more satisfied when they undergo online training courses rather than the physical training courses. So that kind of recreating a robust educational ecosystem is something that is what we have to look for. We are trying to do this at our department. So I want to take that also as our case study, that what we do and what is the end result that we are able to achieve when we try to think of this robust educational ecosystem where technology is an integral part of working with the things there. Dr. Sudhir Nikam has rightly pointed out about e-content and its quadrants. So I'm not going to go into deep. I think many other speakers like Jagdish Joshi and Sachin Labade also will speak about e-content and the deliverables. But majorly there are 4 quadrants. It can be 5 also. You can mix up some of the things up and down also people can do with this. But there is basically a textual content. Then there is obviously a video resources to support the textual content. And there are tests or any interactive items necessary to be done on technological platform, and then additional resources for fast learners, which becomes an integral part of e-content. But this e-content is a part of a larger gamut. It is a part of a larger gamut of a design where we can locate this e-content at the center of something. Now this something is model as well as the digital platform, and in between there is e-content. So when we think of a larger structure of like a robust ecosystem, the teachers are supposed to think about one first model. So in that model, obviously we will have before live interaction, during live interaction, and after live interaction. What are we going to do when we are going to teach our learners? This live interaction can be face-to-face also, or it can be over digital platforms, whatever way we decide. When we will not face crisis, at that time also e-content is very valuable to us in our traditional classroom also. In this crisis, it is obviously going to play a very vital role. And in that time, we have to see that before I become live to my students, what am I going to do? When I am live, what am I going to do? And when after the live interaction has ended, what my students are going to do? This before what teacher is going to do, during what both teachers and students are going to do, and after what students are going to do. Now, if this model has any problem, these 3 important steps, if any of the step is skipped, the very idea of instructional design is going to fail in this also. Then e-content comes at the center when we work on that, and then deciding on the platforms, which becomes very nice. Some of the examples are given, like EdTED is a wonderful platform to think of. If anybody wants to have an example of how to deliver e-content, then EdTED is a good platform. Khan Academy is a wonderful platform which can be also adopted. Thinking that you all are aware about these platforms, I'm not going deep into this platform. In case you are listening these names first time, then also you can just Google it out. What is ed.ted? It is different from TED Talks, so don't mix up with TED Talks and ed.ted. This is rather an educational platform, and Khan Academy also, you can Google it out and you can get to that point also. So when we think of platforms, today obviously we have WebEx is one of the platforms, Microsoft Teams is another platform, we are on Zoom right now, that's one more platform, that is Google Meet. These are some of the very popular platforms which are integrated by the teachers in that, but this is live interaction. Now, before coming live, say, for example, I have prepared this PPT. Now, that was my before coming live, what I'm going to do this. I also prepared a kind of a link, which I shared with everybody in Google, in YouTube chat. Also, the link is given there where you can go and look at it. So some work teacher has already done before coming live. During live, we do some interaction, and then after live, some work which is required. That is how we think of the deliverables. All the teachers, when they work on the platform of online, or they think of e-content for either face-to-face or flipped learning or blended learning, they should be well aware about instructional design, educational technology, and learning experiences. These are very important part that they have to go through. Instructional design is a systematic process that is employed to develop education and training programs in a consistent and reliable fashion. Then educational technology is the study and ethical practice of facilitating learning and improving performance by creating, using, and managing appropriate technological processes and resources. Now, see the words which are very important. Facilitating learning is very, very important there. When you say facilitating learning, obviously do not say teaching something. So those ideas which were not supposed to be there, that are obviously missing out here. And then technological processes and resources. We are not supposed to master technology. We are not supposed to master Zoom or WebEx or Meet or Google Classroom or this platform. These are just technological things, but the process through which things are going to happen, our resources, and how do we manage then learning experiences. An emerging discipline, learning experience design, draws from other disciplines, including experiential learning, cognitive psychology, interaction design, user experience design, instructional design, and design thinking. Now, see, when UGC, MHRD decided that all teachers should at least do one online training program, like orientation program and refresher courses, it is becoming now mandatory for all the teachers that at least one program should be done by the teachers, should be conducted by should be undergone by the teachers. Why? Because of learning experience. So that teachers, today's teachers, we all are, we have grown into an environment where there was no technology in our classrooms. There was only chalk and talk method. So our learning experiences are completely different from what we are doing in the classroom. So we have a teacher experience. We do not have a learner experience. And that's why this Alex, this is emerging discipline, which is very, very necessary. Those teachers who has never been online learners will obviously going to be fail in online teaching. But mark this word, I say 100%, there is not a single % chance that one who is not an online learner can succeed in any way in online teaching. When teachers complain that online teaching is difficult, this happens, that happens, when teachers are, students are before our eyes, we can look in their eyes, their facial expressions, they keep on motivating us, this, that, blah, blah kind of a thing. Well, I always say that you had never been an online learner. That's why these problems you are facing. Today, I am talking with all of you. I cannot see your eyes. I cannot have your facial expressions, nothing. But I have to master, like there is a very interesting word, Atmanirbhar, self-reliant. Now, teachers are supposed to be self-reliant, that they can still, with equal amount of self-motivation, self-inspiration, they keep on talking to a tiny hole of camera, even if there are no eyes, no faces there. Now, this is a part of learning experience. When I was learning on over MOOCs, I also have seen that, well, this is very interesting. There are no teachers. And yet I have to work out, and the teachers, the machine will do the marking and other kinds of things also. This is very, very important for the people to design e-content or deliverables in their environment to understand. Then what we see is instructional designer, instructional technologist, and educational technologist. This now, see, teachers' roles are changing dramatically. And now from only being the person who was delivering a content in the classroom from a book that was published by somebody. Now see, this also is a very interesting dynamic, that somebody is writing a book, somebody else is publishing a book, somebody else is selling the book, somebody is buying the book, and that somebody teacher is taking that book which is bought by a librarian or a library into a classroom, and from that book he is delivering content in the classroom. Now here what happens is that the teacher himself is the writer of the content, teacher himself is the creator of the content, teacher himself is delivering the content, preparing his own content, and teacher himself is taking the content in the classroom either in face-to-face mode or in online mode. Now, since somebody else was writing, somebody else was publishing, somebody was buying, and the teacher was taking a ready-made book in the classroom, now what teacher is doing? He is into the process of making everything and then taking that kind of things in the class. It's a wonderful opportunity to many teachers who had lots of complaint about textbooks, that this textbook is like this, that textbook is like this way you have to teach that. Now you are free to have your deliveries in the classroom in whatever way you want. If there is a text, you can make a wonderful video out of that particular story, and you can deliver in a very interesting way or whatever way you want to. So such a kind of a time, such a kind of a freedom to teachers who are not into decision making, like board of studies who decide on syllabus and they have lots of complaint. That group of junior teachers, now they suddenly have a wonderful opportunity to grab this and take control of content as well as classroom delivery also. For that, one has to be instructional designer, instructional technologist, as well as educational technologist. That is a necessary part into this process there. What we try, our design is a very simple design. In our Department of English, with PG students of literature, by and large, what we do is we have a teacher blog, a learner blog, and a digital portfolio. In these 3 steps, we try to work out. Teacher blog is for pre-activities, while activities, or post-activities. Before the class is introduced, teacher blog is ready. And then while students are watching a film, there is a blog ready to tell that what to be watched, how to be seen, and post-activities also. The link that I have shared with everybody, I hope you are able to open. If you are not able to, then you can post a comment. I have kept a YouTube channel open here on my another screen where I am watching it also. So that if you tell that you cannot open, then I can say that I am again sharing the link. Because this teacher blog which I am talking here, all the links are given there. So you can try to open that and also see how that is prepared. And that link I have given on YouTube chat box, where you can get it to see if you want to see some of the things what I'm talking about, teacher blog. Then learner blogs. Once the post activities of the teacher blog will obviously tell students that, well, you will have to participate actively into whatever is ongoing in the classroom, online or offline mode, in flipped learning, blended learning, or face-to-face mode. Then you have to reflect on it, and then you have to write on it. Students are supposed to write a lot on that also. And all those writings done by the learners, ultimately the final outcome, the ultimate outcome will materialize into digital portfolios of students. And that also that link also is given there. We'll see some of the things there. The flow chart, our flow chart will be something like this. Lakshmi Pramod is asking in YouTube that cannot find the link. I am sharing again the link in the YouTube. I think it must be visible to everybody. If it is not, then I ask the host on YouTube to paste the link. I have already pasted, but I don't know why the link is not visible to the participants. Again, I have pasted a link. It is there. If are you able to see my my replies to the chat, which I can see on my thread here, but I don't know why you are not able to see that. But I can ask, I can request the hosts to share that link. That link also is in the chat also here. Just a minute. I think, okay, chat. Are you able to get it? The host, if you are there and if you are listening, then you can.
Yes, sir.
Link on YouTube chat.
Hello.
I am pasting, but people say that they are not able to see the link. Yes. So from chat, you can chat of Zoom, you can pick up the link and share it on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Chat
Yes,
box.
sir.
And in the live chat, I have put other comments are disabled, so I cannot put in the other comments there. Yeah, other comments I think are disabled, but live chat is active. So I have put it on the live chat. So you can, somebody else also can put. So you can just
Yes,
let
sir.
me
Yes,
know.
sir. I put it, sir.
Is it put on YouTube live chat?
Yes, sir. You pasted it in the chat, sir?
Yeah, in this Zoom chat also I have pasted.
Sir, can you paste it again?
You can.
Sorry.
Just a minute. Just I'm not able to open this chat box here. Okay, again
Yeah.
I have pasted.
Yeah.
I have again pasted in Zoom chat also.
Yes, sir. Received, sir. Received, sir.
Okay, now you try to paste it in YouTube so people can see teacher blog, so they can understand what
Yes, sir.
the point that I'm trying to make here. Okay. Okay, so I will show also. No problem. In case you are not able to open link, I think it will not be active link. So you have to copy and paste it in another one. It won't be clickable link perhaps. In YouTube chat, the way it is in Zoom chat, it is a clickable link. In the YouTube, perhaps it may not be the clickable link also, or like somebody is suggesting to mail. So if you have a group mail, host can send it a group mail also to everybody to see whether you are able to share that link or not.
Yes,
So
sir.
the
Yes,
flow
sir.
chart, the flow chart will have teacher blog, which is followed by online test and thinking activities that is to be interacted by the learners. Then student will do a reflective activity, and their reflective activity blog will be there, and their online test result will also be there. And the ultimate outcome will be reflected in Google Classroom and in digital portfolio. Google Classroom outcome will be useful to teachers, and digital portfolio will be useful to students. So that way we try to look at this very idea here. So the design, the teacher resources will obviously be video resources, then flipped classroom, and then blended learning. So this will be amalgamated. And again, I make a point, whether you are working out on this on say face-to-face mode, that is traditional classroom, or it is online mode. Either way, this works. This will work in both the capacities there. So even in online mode, you require video resources. You have to think some strategies for flipping your classroom, and a strategy for blended learning, where instead of face-to-face, now you have Zoom class. As soon as you will go back to your traditional classrooms, if you carry out with this, you will find an interesting outcome from this also. Our basic learning management system is Google Classroom. It can be Moodle also. It can be Microsoft Teams also, which also is very powerful system. But we used in our classroom Google Classroom. It is very friendly. It is lightweight, so students can use on a mid-range smartphone also. Microsoft Teams may require perhaps the high end of things, or maybe more load is required. People can try it out, what works in their environment, Microsoft Teams, Moodle, Google Classroom, or any other thing that they can think of. We worked on Google Classroom, and very successfully we were able to find many solutions for our deliverables which were required in our environment here. The Google Classroom manages learning processes and quantifies in terms of percentage. So it gives a very interesting way the percentage in mark. I will demonstrate that how it helps, or it gives that idea here also. So from F2F or online teaching is followed by unit and online test, then it is followed by thinking activity blogs. Then there are oral presentations, then there are written assignments, then overall grade. And in that way, the cycle keeps on moving into this. And then we think of some kinds of deliverables which we are trying to see there. So let us have a look at some of the links. I'm sharing some links here also. This was the page which I was sharing. This page I was trying to share with everybody in case they are able to open the page and see the link or not. Still, many people on the YouTube say that they are not able to see the link. I don't know whether if I post hi on YouTube, are you able to see my hi or not? After Lakshmi Pramod, I have posted hi on this. So whether they are able to see that hi or not, that also will be there. So whether my chat messages are visible to the participants or not, that also becomes very clear in this. Okay, so there is the YouTube is going slightly late by 20-30 seconds there. Yeah, I have shared the link. People are asking to share the link there. Yeah, okay. Hi, I got the message. So I think you're able to see my hi, but I don't know why you are not able to see my link, which is going away, going on, and there are no messages that it is blocked. But still, maybe some problem that people are not able to see the things. Okay, okay, okay. You are able to see my hi. I'm reading the comments there, but you are not able to see the link there. Had this comment been activated, main comment on YouTube, then it might be possible. Okay, but I hope if the host has shared the link with everybody, they can see on their own also. Otherwise, I will share them here also while having the live session here. So this is the page which I am now going to share here. Okay, I'm sharing the complete screen and then we will see this. So the links, which these are teacher blogs. For example, when you click on any of the blogs, you will see several resources. For example, this one teacher blog is on deconstruction and Derrida. There. On Zoom, let me ask, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let me just see whether on YouTube also it is visible or not. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
It takes 2 seconds, sir.
Yeah, it is. Okay, now it is visible. Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, so this blog. Now, we also prepared some of the video resources, and this way, this were our some of the video resources which were prepared on this. And this was like, you see the screen where in this video the speakers talk about. So when we prepare a video resource, there is one slide in the beginning wherein we tell the listener that what is going to come in this slide. Now this is in a way, pedagogically speaking, a very simple strategy which any teacher training program might have told to people. In traditional mode also it is required. Whenever we introduce any topic concept, we start with some questions. So the learners are ready. So even in video resources, we start with questions, and then we have, well, this was like an interview method. So there were question and answer and interview method. The questions were asked and learners the another teacher was answering the questions and the answers. So this was, and we also used a space to impose some of the important part of the text. Nowadays, there are better ways of recording videos and preparing e-content with the mode of that also. And I hope in the latter part, people are going to speak about this, because now we have better softwares to work and prepare on the content. Here, the example is that this is how we prepare this video. Videos are used on teacher's blog. Teacher is writing textual content also. Textual content is supported by video resources with the help of several questions and what learners are supposed to do. At the end, you find activities and quiz in this blog. Learners click on the quiz and they go to open the quiz, and some questions are given that they have to work on this also. Similar way, if there is a topic like existentialism, in this video resources are taken from YouTube. These video resources are not made by teachers. This also is an interesting, important example, because many teachers may say that, well, when are we going to prepare videos now? Well, no need to worry. There are many wonderful videos on YouTube. Just you go to YouTube, prepare a playlist, bring those videos on your blog or in Google Classroom, and you start working on that and prepare your blog, and that is ready. So videos are not very important part. What you do with videos is very important. What activities your learners are going to do with videos is more important than only watching videos. So what teachers are supposed to see is to design the learning outcomes, deliverables based on that, and then you have to see what are delivered by learners when you look on this also. So these are teacher blogs which plays a very vital role in working on this, and the basic platform is Google Classroom. I'm showing the Google Classroom here, wherein things work here. Many of you might be working on Google Classroom also, and you might be doing now. What we do here in Google Classroom is, if you are doing this, it is wonderful, very good. If not, you may get some idea also. As soon as you start a Google Classroom, and this is a very important thing that I am going to share right now. Again, I say, if you are doing this, it is very good. But if you are not doing this, you are missing out a wonderful feature of Google Classroom, which can play a very vital role in engaging your learners in altogether a different way. Once you have prepared a Google Classroom, what you have to do is to go to the settings. And there is a flower button given here. And when you click on the settings, scroll down till the bottom. And at the bottom, you find marking or grading. Now, this is a very important part, which can make your learning very engaging, and your deliverables becomes quantifiable, measurable, and tangible also. Again, we are just working on Google Classroom here on Moodle. That this may happen on Moodle also. It will happen on Teams also. But if you are in Google Classroom, it is in your hand to do this thing. So when you are here in marking, what you have to do is to click here. Weighted, by default, it will be no overall mark. By default, it will be no overall mark. You have to click on that, and you have to open weightage by category. Select weighted by category, and then here these things are already given. Right now you are seeing thinking activity 25%, quiz 25%, presentation 25%, assignment 25%. This won't be visible. So like, for example, see, there is add mark category. When I click add, the category opens, and then I have to give percentage to that, already given. So I'm not disturbing this thing, I'm deleting this right now. Now, what we do, like, our plan is to see that throughout the semester, our learners are supposed to do thinking activity and write their blog. They are going to take online tests. They are going to make oral presentations, and they are going to submit written assignments. 4 things are very important. Like we can say, these are the strong pillars of what learners are supposed to do. So right in advance, before the semester begins, in our classroom, we mark it out that we are going to evaluate you on this 4 parameters. And it will be continuous evaluation. You are going to do every week some activities regarding thinking activities. Every unit end will have a test. Each and every unit will be followed by online test. So you'll have to do that. At the end of the semester, you will have to give oral presentations and written assignment, and everything will be evaluated in Google Classroom. And we will prepare rubric also for this. And this way you will. But well in advance, it is planned, and a weightage of 25% each is given to. Now, if you think that people are going to do mass copy in online tests, and you want to decrease the weightage, then you can think of this, and you can, like, say, I want only 14% to quiz, and I want more to the presentation. Then you can increase here more percentage also. So likewise, the overall evaluation will happen there. So it is in the hands of teachers that where they want to give more weightage to which category according to their learners, what activities they do. You can decide and you can think of. But this is very important a part that you have to think of. This once this is done, these things are done, then Google Classroom will work in a very significant way. And see on the screen, you will see the screen that there is a list of students, percentage, and various marking and various activities that is given there. So several activities that we have given to our learner. You can see the list. Now this is all automatically done by Google Classroom. You don't have to work on this particular page. It is auto-generated page by Google Classroom, and around 35 to 40 various activities in thinking activities, in quiz, in oral presentations, and everywhere is given to the learners, and they keep on working throughout the semester. At the end of the semester, when you look at this, you find that how all learners have performed. Have they done late something? Is something missing out or not? So this is a quantifiable deliverables that teacher gets, and they can see each and every learner. Where do they stand? What is class average? Who are beyond class average? Who are below class average? Everything is visible in this page. Now this will happen only if you have done that settings, and that settings where you are giving marks by weightage, and you decide on which parameters you want to evaluate. So pre-planning by teachers to work on digital platform is necessary to see the end result in this particular way. The second outcome that we were trying to see is digital portfolios of the learners. When you see this, we have given on this page students digital portfolios on that particular page, the link which you will get it, and this where you will find the link, and then you will be able to see what digital portfolios we are talking about. When I click on this, I come down to this particular page, and on this page, that is Project Blended Learning 2012, you will be here. You will find the list of batch 2018, 20, 17, 19. Click on any of the batches, and you will come down to this particular site where you will find digital portfolios of all the students. When you will scroll down this page, you will see the list of the students. You can click on any of the students name, and then you can open their portfolio. For example, this way you will find the portfolios of the learners, how literature shaped me, journey of literature. More, you will find the presentations, assignments. So whatever work students have done in their work, that all is in digital form, and everything is amalgamated at the end of all the semesters, and that gets turned into a website of student. And that website, students' website, is students' digital portfolio. And each and every form of work, they have made some interesting video presentations. The video presentations are also recorded, and this recorded video presentations are also made available, where the students will upload on their YouTube channel. From there, they will put it in their website, and that becomes there. So it is a kind of we can say memory book, if you want to call it, or you call it e-portfolio, electronic version of whatever work learners have produced throughout the semesters, that all assignments, they present anything that they have done. As we have said, that teacher's blog is followed by learners' blogs and learners' digital activities, and everything at the end of the day converts into a digital portfolio in this particular fashion here. So coming back again to the slide which I was showing to conclude this part, is that at the end, the deliverables that we get is teachers get a grade sheet, a personal record of each and every learner. Now, very difficult for teachers to see how many learners are actually doing the work, how many are not doing. If you want to concentrate on each and every learner, you require deliverables. That whatever way you have prepared your blog is your e-content, your videos are your e-content. Are learners working with your e-content or not? Now, here Google Classroom helps us to see, and you get a personal record of each and every learner. And what students get is something amazing. At the end of the entire work, students get a beautiful digital portfolio of their entire, and this is a lifetime memory, that whatever work they have done in their master's study, each and everything, nothing is lost, and their academic work in digital form is with them on their own website that is there. So in either way, we find that the deliverables based on the e-content are so valuable for teachers as well as for the students, and in an amazing way we get into this also. So this is the design about which I wanted to share. This is my personal experience. We are working on this for many years now, And very successfully, we are getting wonderful result out of working on this design of working with the master students. These are all students of literature students. They are art students. They are not very good in digital skills, and yet they are able to do all these kinds of things. In today's condition, and most of the students who are now teachers, either in school or colleges, in today's condition, they feel that they are future ready. Many of them have posted a message telling that our learning in department in this form, our digital portfolios, our dealing with e-content is helping today us in such a way that we are now master trainers for our staff members. And for us, it is like a play. And we are enjoying the space, this COVID-19 that is provided. It is a wonderful opportunity for us to showcase our talent in this particular way. So that was what I wanted to share with all. And I see the things in such a way that how our e-content can be designed, that we have a tangible deliverables which are very useful to teachers as well as to our students also. Thank you to the organizers of Lanja College and University of Mumbai Board of Studies, the chairman, and everybody to give me this opportunity to share some of my views with everybody. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Thank you, Dr. Baral, sir, for such a excellent presentation. As in a pandemic situation, as UGC and university actually focusing more on use online teaching methods, develop the e-content, and through your presentation, actually the teaching fraternity also, they are very much restless in terms of to get accessible with this new system. But through your presentation, really you have instilled the confidence among the teachers by giving a live demo how to use Google Classroom, the other tools, other means that how we can use it so as to make our lecture more and more interesting and fruitful. Because suddenly shifting from traditional method, that is chalk and talk, to this use of ICT, listening to you, really all the participants, and we are also really very much happy to say that all of them, they are benefited. Number of these tools, number of the means that you have already said. And so Department of English, IQAC, and our college, Arts, Commerce and Science College, we extend a sincere gratitude to you for such a nice presentation in a very fluent way, simple way, and by live demo you have presented, sir. So once again, very much thank you, Bharat sir. And now let us turn towards the second session, and the resource person for the second session, Dr. Jagdish Joshi sir. So we warm welcome you, sir, in our National E-Content, Designing E-Content for English lecture on behalf of our college. At first, I will introduce the resource person of this second session, Dr. Jagdish Joshi sir. Dr. Jagdish Joshi sir is a professor and director at UGC Human Resource Development Center and James Rene Canadian Center of Gujarat University, Ahmedabad. He is the president of Indian Association of Canadians, the coordinator of MHRD annual refresher program in English language teaching, and National Testing Agency, MHRD. He is also closely associated with over 8 national and international professional bodies and actively engaged in a teaching, training, research, translation, editing, compilation, consultancy, and social activities. So really such a versatile personality today we have as a resource person for this second session. He has been imparting professional training to college and university teachers, administrative officers of universities and colleges, research scholars, principals, etc. since 2005. He was felicitated with a National Award for Education by United Nations Organization in 2006. He has visited about 19 countries, namely China, South Korea, Dubai, UAE, France, Switzerland, Canada, Russia, etc., for various academic assignments. He is a member of International Council of a Canadian Studies Canada, Executive Council of a Shastri Indo-Canadian Institute, New Delhi, Executive Council of a Gujarat University, Board of Management of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University, Academic Council of a Gujarat University, Government of Gujarat nominated Sir as a member of Gujarat University. He is also the member of Board of Studies of a various universities, that is Gujarat University, the MS University of Baroda, Saurashtra University Rajkot, KSKV Kutch University, Indus University, IIT Gandhinagar. Authored or edited about 17 books, apart from a couple of academic journals. There are about 50 published research papers at his credit. 15 PhD scholars were awarded PhD degree under his supervision. He has designed about 150 courses. He regularly contributes to the TV, radio, satellite programs, e-journals, website, and academic journals also. He, as a principal investigator, has completed major research project entitled Researchers in English, funded and awarded by UGC. His annual refresher program in English language teaching 2019, that is SWAYAM program, stood second among all the ARPIT programs in India with 9,000 participants. So such a dynamic and versatile eminent speaker today we have for this session as a resource person. So once again, I welcome you, sir, on behalf of the college, and I would request you to start your presentation, sir. Dr. Jagdish Joshi, sir, over to you.
Namaskar, all the participants, and my namaskar to New Educational Society and the Lanja Arts, Commerce and Science College, principal, all the organizers, and dear friends. I would like to greet the chief guest of today, Dr. Rajesh Karath, Dean, Faculty of Humanities, University of Mumbai, a dear friend, like a brother, Dr. Sudhir Nikam, Chairperson of Board of Studies of English, University of Mumbai. Dear friend, we worked in team for many projects. Dr. Dilip Barad, a resource person for today, excellent, eminent speaker. When we talk of ICT, we count him as one of the pillars of ICT in Gujarat and India. Dr. Sachin Labade, I would be happy to listen to him. I guess I haven't listened to him earlier, but I'll be fortunate enough to listen to him. Dr. Rajesh Kandakal, Head of Department of English, University of Mumbai, and all the organizers. There are people who constantly talking to me on different occasions, like Principal Kulkarni ji and other people, Vice Principal and other people from this college. But I guess this is high time to talk about the topic which I am allocated today. The topic which I am allocated is, and I'm going to talk on, is e-content development for English language. There are various ideas which have been floated by dear friend Dilip Bhai about e-content development. And he has talked about various deliverables of e-content and how we can go for it. I would like to begin with some different ideas on e-content, which I guess we all of should know. And there are quite a few things which I would like to share with you. I guess in the given time, I will try my best to help all of us, all the friends, to learn something about e-content development for English language. Basically, we know many things about e-content, but I would like to begin it with the quote, which is one of favorite quote of mine. I would like to make my case very clear. George Soros said, "Technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational." That means really it can help us to become great teachers. And when it is in the hands of great teachers like us, I guess that will really make a difference. And we together can make a difference. We together can try to learn the best things which are possible and the best things which are possible to be delivered. After all, technology is one of the tools. Whether we use a blackboard or a whiteboard or a chalk or a duster or different kind of tools like this, technology is also one of the tools. And that is to be used for better teaching. That is to be used for delivering our ideas, delivering our concepts, and making our students more skillful, better result oriented, and come out with better learning of knowledge and education. I would like to say that this COVID-19 has given us an opportunity where many friends or many people who were really, for many reasons, I don't know, but there may be many reasons, valid reasons to them, for which they were opposing this technology, and they were very much negative about the technology. But due to this COVID, most of them have also accepted that, okay, we can use technology for time being, fine, let's do it for time being. Dilipji also said that, okay, Dilipji and dear Sudhirji, both of them have said that, okay, this is the time when we are going to use this for time being. And this is general purpose of the teachers to use for some time when we all are forced or maybe compelled or maybe advised to use technology for some time. So this is a time gap, stop gap arrangement, and we will use it for some time. But I tell you friends, I'll bet it that once you will use it, once you will try to use it, once you will use it as an assistant, once you will try to teach language assisted teaching or language assisted learning, I tell you friends, you will use it even after this COVID effects also. So whether COVID is there or not, after a few months or few years, then also we will use it. Online education has its own benefit. Online education has its own importance, and nobody can deny that. World acclaims that, okay, it has its own importance, and that can be looked at. When we think of importance of e-learning in education, these are several things which we look at. I know all of you are aware of this, and all of you will try to look at this. When we look at digital learning or online learning, this is something which I always quote. Digital learning is any type of learning that is facilitated by technology or by instructional practice that makes effective use of technology. So when we make effective use of technology, that is called digital learning, or that is called digital teaching. I generally use the word digital learning only because that is very much popular with me, and that is what I generally try to quote. Because when we talk about digital teaching, I understand that. I remember a philosopher who said very rightly that nobody can teach unless the other wants to learn. So we make it learning, and after all, it is learner-centered. That is how we make it learning. So when we talk of digital learning, when we think of digital learning, there are various things which come to my mind and which I would like to talk about. There are various digital learning tools which we should understand. And I know that many of you are aware of these digital learning tools, but just I would like you to have a look at that what these digital tools are. They are like, you can call them adaptive learning, because we adapt to a lot of new things, we adapt to a lot of things. So that is, on one hand, is adaptive. On the other hand, you can call it Beijing and gamification. This is also one of very popular digital device which people use. Blended learning. Yeah, all of you are aware of blended learning, and most of us practice it. Dilip Bhai has shown you an example of blended learning, how you use blog and digital portfolios and real classroom teaching and whatnot. So through this, you can go for blended learning, and there are many things which can be talked about blended learning, but I won't go in detail. You can Google it or you can have a look at it. Classroom technologies, e-textbooks, learning analytics, learning objects, personalized learning. Yeah. Now, this is something very interesting. When you go for digital learning, in most of the cases, it is said that it is personalized learning. because you feel that it is done for you, it is one-to-one. So this online e-learning, open educational resources, this is something very interesting. It was a time when we used to spend a lot of money for buying books and buying resources. Nowadays, it is a trend that doing something for the people, and that is how open educational resources got developed. So open educational resources they are free, they are easily available, they are accessible. There is no copyright on that. Technology enhanced teaching and learning that we do, virtual reality, augmented reality, mobile learning, and whatnot. We can talk a lot about different kind of things or different such kind of things which can be discussed, which can be taken into consideration when we talk of this online digital learning. Friends, so when we talk of this digital learning, I would like to just talk about digital portfolio also. Dilip Bhai has already talked about digital portfolio, but I just would like to show you another aspect, and I just like to make use of it for you, that how it is important for you. Dilip Bhai has talked about digital portfolio, the way he is using for his students. See, digital portfolio is this all. You can include this all into digital portfolio. Like it is a learning journey. As Dilip Bhai said, that students, when they carry on digital portfolio with them, they feel very happy that this is what you have done. Metacognition happens, visible thinking happens, assessment is possible. Even Google Classroom, Dilip Bhai shown you how Google Classroom can be used for assessment and rubrics. See, new literacies, new skills, now literacies and skills, they happen through it. Branding is also possible. And I would like to talk about global. See, this later part, I would like to tell you, friends, that who am I as a learner? How I can communicate globally, how I can have my communication with the global world and people who are teaching at global level, how I can brand myself. If you would like to show it to the world that, okay, your presence is there, then digital portfolio is something which is very important. When we look at digital portfolio, there are many things which are covered in that. But I would like to tell you, friends, that when you talk about your digital portfolio, try to look at your digital portfolio in a way that you are available to the world. You can show yourself to the world. I would like to show you how effectively you can use this digital portfolio and how effectively you can prepare your own digital portfolio using I would like to say using the platform provided by Inflibnet, and that is very popular platform, and that platform is known as Vidwan. You can register yourself on Vidwan, and then you can have your digital presence there on Vidwan, and you can show it to the world that this is what you are. Like this digital portfolio of people looks. Look at this faculty profile. This is my profile only, and we use it in collaboration with Vidwan. Your lot of things are available, like your details available, your citations are available, your publications are available. If you look at this publication, it shows that 82 journal articles and 5 books and whatnot. Like this, it shows you citations, collections. It shows you citation H index. Like there are 202 citations. The H index is 3, 160 citations in Crossref. Like this, see, in Google Scholar, these many citations are there. Like this, different kind of indexes, H index, I index, and it can show your publication metrics. What is your publication metrics? How many co-authors are with you? If you look at this, I have about 67 co-authors. Then it shows your experience, it shows your personal details, it shows your honors and awards, it shows the doctoral students you have guided, it shows you are a member of different committees, you are a member of professional bodies, your research projects, and your publications. Like, see, it shows that 133 publications, and this, like this, it shows your different publications, and this is how you can build your own digital portfolio. The digital portfolio for teacher is also very important, and you should build your digital portfolio as a teacher also. These kind of information are available. These are very popular digital portfolios. This is ORCID, Scopus, Researcher, Google Scholar, Microsoft Academic Search. These are different IDs which you can have, like this is a Vidwan ID and they have ID numbers. Why it is important? It is important because nowadays, even if UGC ask for some application for some project, like you are applying for a major research project, then UGC asks you that, okay, give us your Scopus ID, give us your Vidwan ID. Like I tell you that there was a LEAP program, which is a very prestigious program of Ministry of Human Resource Development, for which I was selected, and I was selected for being in Harvard University for a few weeks to learn about the innovative styles of Harvard University. There, when they ask for the application, they ask all simple information, and then one thing which they have asked was Scopus ID, that how many of your papers are published in Scopus. And like this, nowadays when people ask for applications, even job applications or some other research applications or some other things, they ask for your different IDs. So friends, I suggest all of you that you should have your portfolios and you should create your digital portfolios. That is your digital presence. It is said that jungle mein mor nacha kisne dekha. Like you may be doing many things, but how are they visible? There are various ways through which you can be visible to the world. And that is what is e-content. That is what is digital content. You can be visible to the world using your YouTube channel. You can be visible to the world using your blog. You can be visible to the world using your website. You can be visible to the world using different devices through which you can have your digital presence. As we use our Facebook ID for sharing many of our joys or sorrows or many other things, and we share it with our known friends, unknown friends, and many other people, like that this digital portfolio can connect you with the people of the world. There are many things through which you can get connected to people in the digital world. I will not go for too much detail of digital portfolio here, because that is not the purpose of today, but I wanted to tell you, after all, what you will connect in digital portfolio. You can connect your digital e-content only in digital portfolio when you talk about it. So that is what I thought, that is why I thought that I should tell you that what digital portfolio is. Now, friends, we all are aware exactly what e-content is. I don't think that I have to define that e-content. I need to give you definition of e-content or need to tell you something what e-content is. I don't think so. But you can see in this picture, it is beautifully presented here what e-content is, how e-content can be synchronized, what can be done in e-content, various things are connected, you can see here. See friends, it shows instructional design, it shows e-content, it says ADDIE model, it says e-learning, it says internet, it says a lot of things it talks about. If you look at the symbol, this symbol, then also you can see that, okay, this symbol shows us like this symbol here, it shows us that this is a symbol of one of the cloud, and you know that I don't want to name it, like this symbol shows you laptop. So like that, this is what e-content is. When we talk of e-content, these are few things which we should remember and we should keep in mind whenever we talk about e-content. E-content, I would suggest all of you to have a look at the round circle which is here. This is a model-based e-content which I would like to show you, and that should be both scalable and adaptive. Or you can go for both the things. Like here, I would like to tell you that whenever you would like to go for e-content, that you should think of several ideas, like you have to think of design, you have to think of development, you have to think of analyzing, how will you analyze, you have to think of implementing it, the way you will implement, and you have to think of evaluation also. So these are various things which are to be taken care of when you go for it. There are different kind of models which people go for, like one is scalable, another one is model based, and another one is adaptive. If you go for scalable, you can go for implement solutions in small segments. You can scale up the solution according to the scope of learning needs. So you can decide that, okay, these are the learning needs, this is what people require, and you try to fulfill those needs. If you go model based, there is ADDIE process, which is very popular. You can ensure sustainable performance instead of just learning. Because see, it should be sustainable. If it will sustain, then it will really provide a learning in a better way. It combines performance support and individual learning interventions. That is also very much important. And if you go for adaptive, it derive a solution and development process based on needs, requirements. It can adapt solution for the delivery through diverse technology. So as I just tried here to show you that which are the various ways through which you can go for e-content. Exactly, there are some phases of e-content development, and we should know that what are the phases, which are the important phases of e-content development, and which we should follow when we go for e-content. So I would like to show you different phases of e-content development. If you look at this, the phases of e-content are manifold. They are here. You can start with any of them, but I would like to start with a design phase. So you can think of a design of e-content. What will be the design of e-content? When you say design, you can think of planning also. You can think of imagining. You can think of a sketch. You can think of rough plan, roadmap of your e-content. How will you develop that? How will you prepare that? This is called a kind of, you can say, a proposal kind of thing, a roadmap developed for yourself, that this is what I'll do first, then I'll do this, first step, second step, third step. That is what you can prepare a roadmap for you. So that is a design phase. After that, you can go to the development phase. This development phase is, you will develop e-content. Then comes analysis phase. That means after you have developed e-content, there is a need to analyze it. You will analyze it, and after analyzing only, you will understand whether this one is useful, whether this one is useful to you, whether this will, you need to make some modifications into it, or do you need to do really something here for making it better. Like, see, everybody has a room of development. So don't think that, as it is said by, as it is said for Shakespeare, that whatsoever he penned forever. Don't think in like that, okay, whatever I said, whatever I recorded, whatever I prepared it forever. No, because it is again said by one of the critics that if Shakespeare would have blotted 1,000, he would have been better. So if you reconstruct, if you try to revise it, you can really perform in a better way. So now let me come to the next phase, which is a phase of testing phase. You need to test it. You need to test whatever you have done after analysis, that how it works. So for example, here, let me take this example. I don't want organizers to take it in any way in a different context, but I would like to tell you, friends, that when you talk about this, when you talk about different phases of this e-content development, it takes a testing phase, it takes analysis phase, it takes design phase, it takes development phase. So these friends have designed it very nicely. They have gone for a lot of good development. They have gone for very good analysis. But when it comes to testing, they would have tested. But when today they tried to implement this, there were some problems. And the problems are like, they could not start it at 10. They have to go at 11, or even at 11, they have to work here and there. So there was a testing phase. So testing phase is very important, but I'm very happy that even after going to that phase, they were able to do it. They were able to do it in a better way. They were able to show it in a better way. They were able to start it in a better way. And at last, the course has started. Trial and error happens. But testing is very important when you are going for any of the digital things. Evaluation phase, we can certainly look at the evaluation phase, but before evaluation phase, we should look at the implementation phase. So after testing, it comes to real implementation. How will it start? How will it work? That is called implementation phase. And then comes evaluation phase. This evaluation phase is when we really evaluate how it worked and how our work has been delivered and how people can be evaluated. So these are different phases of e-content, and these are to be looked at when we really try to look at e-content development, or when we really try to look at digital or e-content. Friends, now I would like to tell you that how can we create e-content? I tell you, friends, it is not at all difficult. It is not a rocket science. It is not something which we cannot do, because I believe and I know, because I work in teacher training and I meet almost about 1,000 teachers face to face every year. And I'm lucky enough that this MHRD has given me National Resource Center. they given funding and they sponsored it and they identified my center as a national research center, and they given me an opportunity to deliver 2 online courses. In first online course, I delivered it to about 2,500 participants. That was online refresher course on English language teaching. Most of you know that, and I know some of you are participants also. In the second phase, I was able to deliver ARPIT program, annual program for English language teaching, that was equal to refresher program. And in that, friends, there were 9,000 participants. So I interacted with about 12,000 participants. And recently during this COVID, I have come out with a short-term course on e-content development. And in this e-content development, friends, you will be very happy to learn that till now, till today, I have trained about 2,500. So in total, if you look at, I have imparted training online to about 15,000 participants. So while communicating with them, I come to know that many of them have a phobia. Many of them are told by some experts that, oh, e-content, it is not your cup of tea. You cannot do it. This is not for you. You don't know how to operate it. You need to learn this. You need to learn that. You have to do this. You have to do that. That is one phobia. That is one misconception. Another misconception is people generally think that, okay, I require a lot of equipments. I required some sophisticated equipments. I required latest laptop. I required some good microphone. I required a setup of studio. I required this screen. I required that screen. What not? People make a big list that, okay, I require these many things. And if I have this, then only I can execute this program or I can develop e-content. So they prepare a list of about, I may say that 15-20 lakh rupees, that this much money is to be spent for developing e-content, maybe go for e-content. Fine, that can be helpful. But again, this is misconception. When it comes to college also thinks, or administration also think, or trust or university, they also think that, okay, UGC have to give us a lot of money for this. They have to give us a lot of funding and then only we can develop this. All these are good. That can be useful. But friends, I tell you, these are myths. These are misconceptions. We can do this using very simple things which are available with us. We can do this using just simple mobile with you. Say, for example, you have a mobile and you use your mobile and you start recording using mobile. I'll teach you, I'll tell you how you can create e-content just by simply using your mobile device or by using your laptop. And I tell you, it can be one of the very good e-content. At present, what I'm delivering you, I'm delivering using my laptop only. I'm connected through you using my laptop only. And there are many things which I'm showing you through my laptop. So when I want to talk about creation of e-content, how can you create e-content? When I talk about this, I would like to tell you which are the types of e-content. That is very interesting. So when you know the types, you can easily know the e-content. Let's have a look at this, my friends. These are the types of e-content. First type of e-content I kept here is digital picture. How many of you really don't know how to click a picture on mobile? All of you know. We click selfies, we click pictures. It's very easy. So digital picture, when you click a picture using your mobile, when you click a picture using your laptop, that is e-content. E-content is not something very alien. E-content is something which is very near to us. So that is e-content. Digitally recorded audio. How many of you keep this audio recorder on when you talk to people? Yes, many of you would have tried that. Though when you do it, you have to do it with the consent of the person whom you are talking to. If you don't take a consent of the person whose audio you are recording, it's illegal, just for your knowledge. And when you click a picture or when you go for a video, try to remember that you cannot click a picture of anybody, any person, any living human being without his consent or her consent. Even you cannot go for a video recording of anybody without their consent. So this is very important when we go for digitally content creation. So this is very important and you should know this. Now let's talk about digital recording of audio. You can audio record very easily by just keeping the audio recorder of your mobile. each mobile has an audio recorder. And if your mobile doesn't have audio recorder, just go to whatever services you are using. Suppose you are using iPhone, that is inbuilt service, I know. If you are using Android, in most of the Android also it is an inbuilt service. But if you are using such Android phone in which it is not an inbuilt service, then what you should do? You can go to Play Store, Google Play Store, and just search for voice recorder. And that voice recorder will be useful to you. That will provide you with a facility to audio record yourself. So next is audio recording. I told you the first one is a picture, second is audio recording. Now let's talk about the third one. The third one is digital text. Whenever you write anything in laptop or mobile, or let us take example of WhatsApp. When you write anything in WhatsApp, that is also digital text. So it's a digital text. We will come to the example of WhatsApp later on. Let's come to the video. All of you know how to capture video. So that video capturing, that video is also a digital device. Here I have I kept a picture here. It talks about notes, it talks about images, it talks about audio, it talks about video, it talks about interactive exercises, and it talks about smart evaluations and other things. So these all are part of digital content. Now friends, let me give you a simple example of WhatsApp. How just simply using WhatsApp you can teach your students. You can get connected to many of the people and you can share your ideas and you can teach. Do one thing, just make one WhatsApp group of your students. Let me take it very simple case study. You can make a WhatsApp group of, say, for example, 100, 150, 200, whatever the number of your students is. It may be 10 also, it's okay. Then whatever you want to teach them, look at your class notes. You can convert your class notes into digital class notes. That means you can copy and you can write them as a text. That is one option. If you don't want to do it, okay, no worries. You can just simply click the class note. You take a picture of that note and share it with them. If you want to share any other text, search for a PDF text of it, search for a write-up on it, search for open educational resource available on it, and then share it with the friends. If you find that, if you really find such kind of resources, fine, that will be very useful to, your friends, your students, and many other people. If you think, okay, if you want to share some audio, you want to take a lecture, and you want to share some guideline or a note or anything like that, which you want to speak, your WhatsApp has one button which you press, and it records your voice. So you can just record your voice and share it. Then the last one is, there is a video calling. If there are small number of students, you can talk to them live. If there are big number of students, then you can record your audio and video both, and then you can share that video. This much simple e-content creation is, but this is a very basic kind of e-content, which is required just to start with, just to begin with. So if you want to begin with, I suggest all of you that you can begin with this, a very simple kind of e-content kind of thing. And this is, I tell you friends, this is working, and I myself work with this. Now, I want all of you to go for one activity, a very simple activity. When this workshop gets over, basically the name of this is workshop, so I can ask you to do it online also. I can ask you to do it just now also, but it will be difficult for me to look at your data just now, because see friends, I'm running of time. So I won't try to look at it, but yes, let me give you one exercise, one simple exercise. Just try to click one picture of the authentic material which you use to teach your class. Authentic material means you can use any graph, you can use any table, you can use any picture, whatever you use to teach your students, and share it with your friends. So you created one picture, one first digitally content. Then you can record your voice and share it with the friends that you are listening to this workshop, and you can give the feedback about the workshop to the organizers. Almost all of you may be having the mobile number or the WhatsApp number of the organizers, so you can share your audio feedback. Then you can share your video feedback. You can ask your friend, your brother, your sister, your child, your wife, anybody. They can record a video for you. But when you record a video, one thing is very important. When you record a video, don't record the video like this. And when you even click a picture, don't click a picture like this. Keep your mobile like this. Keep it horizontal, not vertical. If you'll clip it vertical, if you clip it horizontal, not vertical, then only, I tell you, you will be able to see it in the way you are watching me. Otherwise, as I've shown you mobile here, it is in a vertical way, the picture will look like this, and there will be space in both the sides. दोनों तरफ पे जगह दिखेगी आपको. You will see the space on both the sides, and you will not see the picture in a good way. So I suggest you, whenever you record anything, you record it keeping your mobile in this position. That will be good. So that is what I wish you to suggest. Now, so you will click a picture, you will record audio, and you will share your video with the organizers. And when you do this, when you are watching this, I can understand that there are many people who are watching me using YouTube, and there are many who are watching me using Zoom. So I request all of you to write just one line feedback here in the chat box. What do you understand about this and how you find this? So what I want to ask you is, just write one line comment in this chat box, and that I will understand that you are able to write digital text. And that is the practice of writing digital text. Nowhere else we have to go for it. Yeah, I can see that people may start writing it. Yes, I suggest all of you to, yeah, I can find there is one question which is written here, and other things also you can write here. Those who are watching me through YouTube, not through this Zoom, I suggest them that you write a comment in YouTube also. you can write a name of the workshop, and you can write a comment. I don't think that you are proactive as I am trying to make you. I don't see any chat comment at present in this except one. So I suggest all of you that you should write at least one thing in a chat room that will help other people to understand you are writing. Those who are watching it on YouTube, I suggest all of you to write at least one comment on YouTube also. Okay, let's come back to what I was talking about. Now let's talk about that. Okay, we can do this kind of basic kind of e-content creation. But when it comes to a professional kind of e-content creation, is it possible for us to do? No, friends, it is not possible. So for that, what you should do? You should avail support services. Teacher is not expert of all. We are not expert of all. We cannot do everything. We cannot do editing. We cannot, yeah, I'm very happy that I can see some comments here and in the chat books. Very happy that Narendra Pathak ji has written here something, and even Sachin Labadezi, everybody is writing. I'm happy. See, I just wanted you to have a practice of it and just to have hands-on on it, because we are doing a workshop, and that's what I wanted. Thank you for cooperating, and thank you for doing this. So friends, I mean to say that we are not expert. First thing, we need to experience how this happens. And then we need to take help of many other people who can really make our e-content more presentable. What is to be done? What we should do at first? This is what we should do. Let's try to be an active part of online teaching and learning. Let's try to be an active part of e-content. How we can do that? We can do that by joining any online course. First, if you really want to run online course, if you really want to create e-content, then first thing which I suggest you to go for is you yourself have to join at least one online e-content course. They are freely available. edX is there, Coursera is there, Swayam is there. There are various platforms through which you can join, and these all the platforms are freely available. You can join any free course and you can learn about e-content. So how the course happens, when you will join it, really you will understand that how the teacher keeps you engaged, what type of exercises they give you, what type of videos are given, how they speak, what are the etiquettes, what are the netiquettes, what is to be done, what is not to be done. You will learn. And another thing is you have to learn basics of e-content. You should try to understand what are the basics of e-content. First thing is, when we see, you would have seen that when you look at the video of many people, when you are watching them in different webinars, they are sitting in different postures, they are sitting in different positions, and you can see that the light is not good. Even the clothes which they have worn, just it happened, maybe you would have read in newspaper that one of the lawyer of Supreme Court was really was scolded by the judge of Supreme Court that you are not wearing proper clothes when you are arguing through online. So online, it is not so. Online is there, so we just sleep in bedroom and we keep our mobile in a way leisurely, the way we want to keep it. There are some netiquettes. There are some etiquettes to be followed even for online. So I suggest you that you should be informal, or you should be at least in proper clothes. You should have proper lighting. You should at least keep your sound on mute. That means your microphone on mute, so that it will not disturb the people. You should keep your video off whenever it is not required. You should keep a better background when you are talking to people. At least you should try to keep an plain wall behind you. That will help. So these are very, very simple things which we should understand when we are trying to do it. So what I was telling you is, first is you should enroll to some online course. You should learn basics of e-content, how to prepare. You should learn basics of editing also. There are many mobile and computer-based editing tools available. You should try to look at that, how you can edit your audio, how you can edit your video. These are some of the things that also you should learn, very basics, not much. See, when you are providing recorded content to somebody, it is necessary, very much necessary, that you should at least, there is some pause or something has happened, some mishap has happened, something you have repeated, then that should be trimmed. Trim means it's a technical word for video, but you can cut it. That is how you can go for it. So that is what is required. You should learn little assessment, how assessment happens online. Online assessment and offline assessment has different rubrics. It has different methods. So we should try to learn that how to do it. We should learn which kind of activities we can give to people when we are doing it online. So those things are also to be learned. We should be active. So as a teacher also we have to be active, and as a teacher, as a student also we have to be active. And you should make people responsive. You should ask people to do something, not just non-responsive. As I requested you that write something in chat box. As I requested you, write something which you can really do, and some other things. I'm seeing it here that thank you, Dr. Joshi, for making complex things easier for all of us. Thank you for that. I'm trying my best to make these complex things easy for all of us, so that we can try to learn it in a different way. So try to be responsive to whatever comes to you. Say, for example, some classroom comments come, some other things come, try to reply to it and make people active. So that will make your e-learning experience, your e-teaching experience really very, very, very successful and very fulfilling. Friends, when I was telling you that some services you should try to hire, like when you are doing it for the first time or maybe for the second time, I tell you that you should try to make it more presentable. Suppose I have recorded a video, I should take help of some video editor. I will take help of some person who can edit the video. I can take help of, see, I know all the teachers are very good in content. You are very good in content and presentation, but you are not an actor. You don't know how to behave. See, when the camera starts, when you start recording, many time we have some phobia. We get fabled and we think, okay, now I need to record. I have to sit like these only. Some people sit like these only, and that is how they record. Some people behave like these and they are recording. Some people kept camera like this. They are very close to camera like this. Only their face is visible. So see, these kind of body language, it happens that you are not presentable in a good way. It is not so presentable. So that doesn't appeal to the audience. You should be presentable. You should have editor. You should have content writer, or not content writer. Then you should have some people who are good in online delivery steps, so they can help you with exactly how you can go for online content design. So that is also is very important part of it. So you should try to look at that also. That will also help you. I would like to tell you that when we go for this, hiring is not at all bad. If you have budget, you can hire people who are expert. If you don't have much budget, then what you can do is you can simply take help of some students or some people who are good in, see, because your children, your brother and sister, younger one, or your students, they may be useful to you because they are digital natives. It is said that we all are digital migrants and they are the digital natives. Dr. Bharat rightly said that we never studied through online. But friends, I tell you, there is no time for study. You can study anytime. I have attended more than 15 to 20 online courses. When I was designing my first online course, I deliberately I deliberately searched that which are the best platforms of the world for online courses. And then I've chosen 8 to 10 online courses on different platforms, and I really participated them. I was a participant in them, and I took experience of a learner. So we are a lifelong learner. So we should be a student of online learning. We should be a student of online learning. And that is how we should be a learner of online things. And that is how we can have experience, first-hand experience, and then we can really teach in a better way. So that is what is to be done. When I talk about this many things, I would like to show you a little video. When you present a video, how beautiful the video should be, and how you should try to make your video interactive, how you should try to have animations in that. Let's have a look at this video, which I would like to show you. Just give me a minute. I'll try to show you the video which I'm interested in showing you. Yes, here is the video which I would like to show you. Let's go for it. Yes, this video is nothing else. Many of you would have seen this video also. This is one of the video of my online course which I have used as a promo video. Look at this video. I'm showing it to you. See, this video starts with animation. This is an animation of Gujarat University's logo, but it becomes catchy when you present it like this. So I've shown different logos here in the beginning. See, this is the animation. This is animation, how it is written. It writes annual refresher program in English language teaching.
Namaskar friends, we are adding one more golden chapter to the history of higher education. This is for the second time that refreshed course is being offered online as Arpit Swayam course. Under the guidance of Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, UGC HRDC of Gujarat University is coming to you with annual refresher program in English language teaching. We are presenting a refresher course to you at your place.
See, this is also animation which I have presented. I would have shown my face also, but it is not necessary that you show your face quite often. Even you would have noticed that in my presentation also, I tried to show PPT in between. I'm not showing my face every time, but it is also necessary that you should not hide your place every time. So this is something very important about online course. At your place, your time and your pace.
Your time and your pace. We have very successfully organized the first of its kind online refresher program in English language teaching last year. I'm proud to share that about 2,000 college and university professors from across the country, there are few from across the globe also, have joined the course. Their feedback motivates us to come out with the second of such initiative in the series. This pioneering effort is being undertaken to train the trainers and to enhance the skills and competencies of the in-service academic faculty members like us. This course is intended to transform us, all of us, from good teachers to effective teachers, and especially designed for you if you are an assistant professor, associate professor, or a professor. The course is not planned on the assumption that we, the professors, do not know how to teach. We, being in the teaching.
So friends, I just wanted to give you the flair that when you design such online content or e-content, how you should do it. These are the things you should keep in mind when you design it. And this is how it should be, so that will become visible, that will be very interesting to people. There are many things which we can take into consideration when we talk about this. I would like to tell you exactly which things are very important when you go for this. You can look at e-creation tools, which are very important to you. Which are the e-creation tools which you require? You should know which are the e-communication tools for English language teaching. You should know reading, writing, facilitative tools, listening, speaking facilitative tools, and e-assessment tools. These are some of the basic tools which you should be aware of. Then these are some tools, these are some of the things which we know, which we can perform, which we can use. So these all are to be integrated. You can integrate, these are just few of them. You can integrate more than this for for your e-content development. And the most important thing which Sudhir Nikam would have talked about in the inaugural, that 4-quadrant approach is to be followed. This is the 4 quadrant which are very important for creation of any e-content for English language or for any other thing. Quadrant 1 is shall contain video and audio content. It is to be organized in the it is to be presented in organized form. Animation should be there, simulations are required, video demonstrations are required, virtual labs are required. Along with the transcription of video you can provide. Quadrant 2 is e-content. It shall contain self-instruction material. It should contain ebooks, illustrations, case studies, presentations, web resources, such as further references, related links, open source content, internet video, case studies, books, ebooks, research paper, journals, whatnot. These things you can present in quadrant 2. Quadrant 3 is assessment. You should provide assessment. It should contain problem and solutions, which could be in the form of multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, matching questions, short answer questions, long answer questions, quizzes, assignments, solutions, and whatnot. FAQs, clarifications, and last and most important quadrant is the quadrant 4, and that is called discussion forum. This discussion forum is something which is very important and which is the soul of any e-content development which you are going for. If you are going for this discussion, this e-content or any course, it is necessary that you should have discussion forum. Through discussion forum, we can discuss many things. We can reply to the questions, we can reply to the queries of our students, we can reply to the queries of our participants, and that is how we can make our teaching and learning experience very interesting. I guess these are the things which I wanted to share with you. In short, I would like to tell you, our teachers, we all are very good in content, but sometimes we are not very good in presentation as far as e-content is concerned. And I don't want, or nobody want, that teachers should be very good in video recording and video editing and creating animation and whatnot. You should take help of the people whenever you feel that you are not good in that. You should take service of the people. You can outsource some things, but yes, at the same time, you should learn also. E-content is not something which is alien. It is not something which is rocket science. It is very easy. You can do it with simple mobile. You can do it with very simple tools, and you can really share yourself. One thing very good is we all are very good in e-content. We are very good in general presentation. We know how to talk to students. We know the requirements of our students. We know how we should deliver to our students so that we can connect to our students. So these things all we are aware of. These all things we know. So now it is a time that we should have a digital presence. We can create our e-content. We should be digitally visible to the world, and we can connect with the world. If you not create e-content, then you will just remain limited to your class only. If you'll if you'll create e-content and if you'll show the content to the world, then you will become world teacher. You will be visible to the world. You will have your impact on the world learning and teaching. You will get connected to the people or experts throughout the world, across the world. So that is for that, you should have your digital presence and you should create e-content. Now, very quickly, I'll try to take these questions, which I can see here. One is a question from a YouTube presenter that how to create a digital portfolio. Friends, it is very easy. Digital portfolio creation is very easy. There are two simple shortcuts. Let me tell you. One is you can go to Google Scholar. Just go to Google Scholar, not to Google search. Or in Google search, you can search for Google Scholar. In Google Scholar, you should create your portfolio. That is free, and you can create it step-by-step. Guidance is available. Another one is Vidwan. Vidwan is also free. You just go to Inflibnet website and log in there, and you register yourself as a Vidwan, and then they will give you steps that how you can register for yourself. If you have more queries, I'll suggest our organizers to share my email with the friends, and I would be happy to share and guide them. Yeah, I'm very happy to make the thing simple for you. Another question is, suggest a way to make Google Classroom interactive like a live classroom. It's very easy, ma'am. There are two things which you can use. There is a stream in Google Classroom. Let me show you my Google Classroom, which is visible here. Just let me show it to you. Just 1 minute. Yes, I'll be able to show you my Google Classroom here. Google Classroom looks like this. Yeah, I'll try to show you the Google Classroom, exactly how it looks and how you can make it interactive. Yes. So here we go to Google Classroom. You can see my classrooms. See, I'm teaching so many classes together. So these are 76 classes. I'm just clicking on one of the classrooms. When you click on Google Classroom, as a teacher, you can see these 4 options. If you are a student, you can see only these 3 options. You can see stream, you can see classwork, and you can see people. As a teacher, you can see 4 options: stream, classwork, people, and grades. Now, there are various ways through which you can make it interactive. The first way is Google Meet. Generate a Meet link. Through Meet, you can discuss like we are discussing just now. It is a Google Meet. It is a video conferencing tool. You can have a video conference with your student, and like we are talking just now in Zoom, there you can talk, you can see their video also, you can show your video also, and you can talk like a video conference. Another thing is you can write here for discussion. Whatever you want to write, see, I can write like this, I can write and I can share it with the students. Third is in classwork, whatever you have posted, like I have posted something in a classwork, which is available here. This is my classwork. Like I have asked them that Google Classroom. Now this session is yet to come, but I can show you the sessions which are really visible to them. So these sessions, yes, this session is visible to my students. If you click on any of the module which you have kept, then there is a class comment. Here is a class comment, and many people have made class comments like very interesting to see e-sources on HRDC web. Like this, they have commented, and here also I can comment. So I can talk to them as I do on chat room. And see, I have commented and that comment get posted. So this is how you can make your Google Classroom interactive. And this is how you can make your you can interact with your students in Google Classroom. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the organizers for providing me the space to interact with you virtually. I would like to thank all the participants who are so interactive and active with me. Thank you one and all. And it's over to my organizers. I stop here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Joshi sir. As you already rightly said, that during this COVID-19 has given us actually the opportunity that to look at this topic or to develop the e-content, because most of the time, as already you said, that developing e-content, we put the excuses that I don't have the studio or the support services, how can I make it here? But through your lecture, you have already changed the mindset of the people, mindset of the teaching fraternity, that even your Android mobile itself is a sufficient for developing our e-content. Very minute and basic things also that you said. One of the participant and who is the next resource person, Dr. Lovelace sir, as he said rightly, that you are making a very difficult things or saying that complex things in a very simple way, and no, that is creating interest. That is the best sign of a good teacher. And you have already shown that all these things here, that every participant through chat box, they are giving a very positive feedback regarding it. So even how to hold the mobile, how to sit in front of even the mobile while recording, because normally in front of the camera we become so formal one. So these are the very minute subtle things that you have presented. A very nice presentation, sir. So on behalf of our college, IQAC and Department of English, we extend heartfelt thanks to you for such a very nice and very interactive presentation. Thank Thank you, Dr. Joshi, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'll take your leave. Thank you very much.
And now that we will turn towards the third session, and that the resource person of the third session, our friend Dr. Sachin Labde sir. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Sachin Labde sir, who is working as assistant professor in the Department of English, University of Mumbai. He was awarded MPhil degree in 2007 and PhD in 2017 from Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune. He even studied courses at the British and American Studies Center, Technical University of Dresden, Germany, under the International Student Exchange program funded by DAAD in 2004. He is Honorable Coordinator of a Shastri Indo-Canadian Institutes, University Center, University of Mumbai since October 2016. And even from January 2020, he is also holding the position of Honorable Coordinator of a Indo-Canadian Studies Center, University of Mumbai. He received short guest fellowship by Technische Universität Dresden, Germany in May 2017. He is also recognized as a PhD guide by University of Mumbai since contributed 2 modules in learning and 1 module in research for social transformation section in e-refresher course on innovation and best practices in educational skills, SWAYAM UGC in 2018-19, which was launched by National Resource Center at Sant Gadge Baba Amravati University, Amravati. And even in the very next year, that is in 2019-20, he also has contributed a module on collaboration for transdisciplinary research development in e-refresher course on the same university on the topic that is skills for new educational architecture. Even he has published 6 research papers in national as well as international journals, presented number of the research papers in seminars and conferences. So once again, I welcome you, Dr. Labde sir, and I request you that you start your presentation. Over to you, Dr. Labde sir.
So thank you very, very, very much for this very elaborate, very generous introduction, and that too with lovely smile on your face, because after 2 hours of this feast, that you have still managed to have that smile on your face. So thank you very much. So let me right at the outset. Let me right at the outset thank the college, that's Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lanja, the honorable principal of the college, Dr. Shri Kulkarni, then my dear friend, Dr. Rajesh Mali, Dr. Rajiv Kamble, for giving me this very, I guess like rare opportunity to interact with very wise heads. That is all our teaching fraternity. I have to mention this, that my thanks are due to Dr. Sudhir Nikam, very dear friend of mine, who somehow trusted me that after 2 very stalwart presentations, that I should be a complimentary to this workshop. So I think he really trusted and had those guts to give me this session. So Dr. Sudhir Nikam, thank you very much. I'll fail in my duty if I do not thank my colleague, Dr. Rajesh Karankal, who is presently the head of the department and who has always been supportive, and he encouraged me to participate in as many events as possible. So thank you, Dr. Rajesh Karankal, for being so supportive. Now, having thanked everyone, I have to admit, I have to probably, confess by saying that, I really have got butterflies in my stomach that after having two full Gujarati thalis, you're going to have, this third presentation. I really don't know how, I'm going to do justice to this session, but I'll really try to be as relevant as possible. And I'll try to be, I'll try and avoid being repetitive, redundant. My colleagues have really explained things so well, so I don't really need to go back to those points. I had my script ready, but I just realized that, I have to sort of, uh, do away with my script because my script will not really give justice to this session. So having said all these things, I welcome you to this brief session. As we call it workshop, I'll be very disappointed if I don't really get you people to work, in this workshop. I'll try my best, and I have arranged certain things in such a way that, even if I'm not able to see you, even if most of you are on YouTube, I think we still can have interaction. And I'm going to pull a few people who I know very well, and they are fortunately with us, who have joined us on Zoom. So I have my dear friend, Dr. Mrinalini Ghatge from SNDT University, Mumbai. Then I have Prakash, I have Kirti Kumar. I'll request Dr. Rajiv Kamble also, and my dear friend Dr. Mari to join me in this discussion, because your inputs will be very, very, very important. I keep, looking at the camera, then I look at the screen, so you can make out from my expressions. But I guess, we all are sailing in the same boat. So here we are. What exactly I'm going to do is not, give you a theoretical input, or kind of, take you to a, nice ride to the ocean. I really cannot do that. Only, stalwarts like Dr. Dilip Barad could take you to the deep ocean. Dr. Joshi could take you to the deep ocean and bring you back intact. I don't think, that's my cup of tea. I am just going to be as, specific as possible. And I like to, like jump into the lagoon and, enjoy the, swimming in the lagoon. So I would like you to join me in this, swimming in the lagoon. It's quite safe, so don't worry. Okay, that's the fact. The center of our attraction are not teachers. Center of our attraction, as all the scholars have said, that it's the students, and what we can never ever stand is the helplessness of our students. Our learners are at the center. Whatever we do inside the classroom, outside the classroom, it's basically keeping the learners in mind. So it doesn't really matter to us whether we have to do it through online or we have to do it offline. What is important is that we are connected to our learners. How we are going to do. So the idea here is, let me minimize myself. I see too much of myself. Okay, now I am, yeah. I'll begin with this very interesting activity. For this, you just have to go to this website that you can see right on the screen, that is www.menti.com. And as you enter the site, it will ask for a code. And the code is written right here, 673690. So without missing, without wasting your time, what I would like you to do is that just go to this website and open the quiz. There are just a couple of questions which I am curious to know answers of. And you don't have to worry about, how do I get to know about your answers? I'm just going to display your answers right here while you are attempting this. So take time, go to www.menti.com, and please remember, I am not advertising for this website. This is just useful tool for me. Today it is Menti, tomorrow it will be something else. But yeah, so, and it's free of cost. That's very important. So please do go to this website, and there are 2 questions which I would like you to attempt, and I'm going to show on the screen what exactly are our dear participants responding to. Here you can see on the screen, and I'll show you how many of you have managed to join this adventure. And it's very important because we are talking about interactive content, right? So let us try and see and explore through certain activities that how interactive can our content be. And I'm going to present the first one, the first question. And whoa, there are 3 people who have logged into this website, and I would like them to quickly share the expressions that they have. Now 4, 5, whoa, nice. And remember, there are 2 questions and not just one, so I'll be happy to get your answers. Okay, 12 people have joined so far. Interesting. Let me see why I am not able to see the results. Okay. So we also have a second question, that is, what makes learning content effective? So I would like you to respond to these questions by writing answers in, and let's see. Okay, something is missing. Maybe I'm not able to see the results. All right, so Menti is not supporting something. It's okay, it's okay. It happens that we have to face these problems. In the meanwhile, you keep at responding to these questions. Now what I'll do is that I'll add another question, and maybe we'll be able to see the result. Okay. All right. So some of you have mentioned 8 people, 9 people. All right. Cool. Looks like, okay, let's quickly do this. I'm going to add a slide and do this again so that we don't really have to worry about this presentation. All right, all right, all right. Let me get back to slide. And this is what we tried to answer, like mention the best form of e-content. And many of you have responded to this. This was just a kind of revision of what you have been doing for the last, 2 hours and more than 2 hours. And the second question was like, what makes learning content effective? And you must have added a lot of your ideas, which unfortunately I was not able to see. And this happens, this is what we have to deal with, that we are constantly are going to get this trouble of not, getting what exactly we are up to, we are planning. Never mind. What now I would like you to quickly move to is something more interesting. As I already said, that I'm not just going to repeat the points which my colleagues have mentioned in their presentation. All of us are quite familiar with it, and probably there have been many conferences, webinars, which have constantly been talking about these things. So we all agree that all of us are now, into a different world of education, different world of academics, and what we have something called, digital humanities, probably something, a word or phrase that probably never, existed for us before, like 5 years or 10 years. But now it's like the thing. And be it what Dr. Dilip Barat's called remote, it's like emergency remote teaching, ERT. Uh, though that is the case, but I believe, this is going to be a good opportunity for us to learn something new. As all the scholars rightly said, whether this is going to replace our classroom teaching or not, that's a different thing. That's a debate, and we will not get into that debate and like demoralize ourselves by doing, and motivate ourselves by saying that. But let's say, like, we need to speed up, we need to step up, we need to gear up, we need to scale ourselves up. And this is an opportunity for us to, get more skilled in delivering what we do in the conventional classroom. And not only the universities, not only institutions, but this has been a kind of the mission of even the central government. Like MHRD has been very proactive in like getting teachers to use this particular platform to share ideas and like be as digital as possible. Now, this very important thing is that there is a balancing act, and the
ते
balance.
जॉईन होऊन मग त्यांचा स्क्रीन आपल्याला दाखवतात काय ते असं आहे काय लॅपटॉप समोरचा
Okay, sir, may I request you to mute your phone, mic, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
म्हणजे ऑप्शन आहे काय
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah. So digital divide is something that we all are familiar with. And so there is a kind of, like there are two extremes that we are able to see now. One is those enthusiasts, like, come what may, okay, this is the reality. This is what we call the new normal. And people have really accepted it. I mean, without even questioning it, without challenging it. We simply say it's a new normal. Let's, get on with it. And there is another extreme is, come what may, you bring whatever technology you wish to bring, but that nothing is going to happen, nothing is going to change. And we are going to just fight back, we are going to strive and like retain our traditional way of teaching. But I guess we as teachers, we need to balance, and we all are here to balance this. This is a balancing act that we are doing, that we are kind of accepting, but at the same time we are very critical, we are skeptical, we are questioning, we are kind of interrogating, and we are not just accepting, gulping it down our throats as it is. So definitely we are not that kind of lot of people. At the same time, we are ready to upscale ourselves, right? And this is what we are going to do. Now, as I said, in the entire discussion, it has come very clear and loud that there is so much material available. There are so many sites. I yesterday I was just trying to do this, and I was like looking for uh, e-content, e-learning, sources in India. This is not the world. Like the what data I'm giving you, it's not the world data. It's India. In India, there are more than 1,000 websites which are ready to offer and which are offering learning source, what do you call, learning services. In 0.53 seconds, you have, I'm very bad at, like reading numbers, but it's like 1550000, maybe it's in lakhs, in crores, but that's the result. And that's overwhelming. That if we have so much material out there, why are we creating, or do we really have to create something new, something original, and then give it to the students? I think, we are all wise enough to know this, that all of us are sharing, all of us are using, all of us are customizing the kind of, material that we are getting. And that is the key word I'm going to work with. I hope all of you are with me. And even if you're like tired, I can understand this after, two really heavy meals. You have this third one, but please bear with me for some time, and I'm sure we will be able to reach at some point. So tools, techniques, resources, abundance, there is plethora of all these things. Now our responsibility is not to create. Our responsibility is first to select. We have to narrow it down. We have to literally dig into the sources that are available. And remember, not everything comes free of cost. So we have to see what is cost effective. First, we have to see what is free, and we have to go for it. We have to explore it. There are those systems which are ready to charge you. They're ready to offer services. I tried PDF, which is an amazing document, and it does amazing things when it comes to interactive learning. But unfortunately, PDF, that is Adobe Acrobat, they Acrobat, okay, something like that. Yeah, so they have made this kind of paid service. So sad, so sad, because I cannot use it, right? Earlier we used to use that, but now you simply cannot. So I'm not going to take example of that kind of service where you have to pay, but I'm going to kind of use like bring in those websites, those links, and those activities which can be free of cost. So let us see what we can do in the short period. And I request the organizers to be kind enough to tell me at any point of time that, sir, the time is over and you just have to stop. So I will wind up my um, whatever, what do you call, pasara. So all right, uh, so let's do this now. We are talking about e-content, and people have already talked about it. Dr. Dilip Barad has very emphatically focused on this, that there are these two sides, and one side cannot ignore the other. Especially teacher cannot ignore the learner. Learner may ignore the teacher, because you teach or you do not teach, I learn. This is the new what do you call, uh, the new phrase. Like, this is a new in thing, right? There was a time when there was a Descartesian, or what we call Cartesian philosophy, like I teach therefore you learn. But I think we are like done with that, and now you teach or you don't teach, I learn. So we know that we teachers have to be more relevant now to our learners, that we have to look what is effective for our learners. And as Dr. Barad and Dr. Joshi rightly said, that not all our learners are equipped. Not all our learners will have affordability. Like they may not be able to afford the kind of services which are available, internet connectivity, devices. There could be a lot of problems, but how we can find a solution to this? Obviously, we won't have 100% solution, but let's try our best. And so these are the things that what you have to or we have to do as teachers. This is from my own experience as a teacher, not an expert. Uh, First thing is that, as I said, and I repeat that, it's the selection of content that you have to do. And you have to be very, 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 particular about it, like what you are selecting, why you are selecting, how you are selecting, right? How much you are selecting. So this is the question that you have to ask yourself. Second is customization. That's the key word, that's the golden word. It's easy to talk about customization. It's not easy to do customization. Customizing requires a lot of understanding, right? And I think, we are all seasoned teachers. We know what, our learners are, how they learn things, and we constantly upgrade ourselves in understanding our learners. So we need to know what is suitable to my learner. If I'm working in Lanja, right? So what is suitable to my learner? What is it that my learner can understand easily? What kind of material can my learner follow? Or if I am in, like in Mumbai, like the metropolitan space. So what kind of learners do I have, and how do I customize my material accordingly? So the choice is yours, right? Third and very important thing is conversion of educational material. I use the word educational material, but I must tell you that, everything that is available online is not educational, in the sense it is not meant for education all the time. For example, like you might just find this commercial, like, and you feel that that commercial is very useful, but remember, the commercial is not actually made for students. It's not for the learning purpose, it's for the marketing purpose, right? But then you have to modify, you have to customize, you have to convert it into what we call edible, deliverable. So that is one thing. And as I'm just repeating these points, I'm so sorry that, facilitation is what we have to do as teachers. We are going to be facilitators. It's not like, I'm the stage on the stage, right? Definitely not. I am there a bridge. I'm a bridge between my learner and the learning goal, right? And somewhere I'm just going to help my learner reach that point. And maybe you just need to, help the learner navigate, and learner will do it on his or her own. Yeah, but then that is what we have to do. Then learner's role is important, and learner's role is not something that you can assume, okay, learner will do these things. No, you have to you have to kind of, present your content in such a way that learner gets to navigate. So include this. Second, learner gets to respond and not just, passively read things. Like, you give a video and you just watch the video, that's it. No, 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 that's not going to happen. So you have to respond, right? You have, and like, you have to make the learner respond to things in your absence. I'm talking about in your absence. I'm not talking about synchronous interaction. Like, this is synchronous interaction. I'm looking into the camera and assuming that, I'm seeing Prakash, I'm seeing like those people who are there in the, like webinar. I'm just assuming that Sudhir is very much there, who helped me to, like share that material with the participants on YouTube. But I'm just assuming that you people are there, right? But this is very important, that I have to make sure that my learner is able to do these things, right? Decision making. Then my learner is able to do referencing. No, learner is not going to do on his or her own until and unless they have got some internal motivations. But we know that, our learners may not have that kind of motivation. We have to push our learners. Then definitely speculation, collaboration, and revision. Now, what I am going to do with my presentation is that I'm going to do some activities and show these activities to you, that how these activities can get your learners to do things. And that is why I call my session as interactive e-content development, especially for the students of literature and language. So let us try and see how this happens, right? And as we know that the principle is tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn. And that is what we are going to do. We are going to involve our learner, whether in our presence or in our absence. So how are we going to do? There are three things that I'm going to do. Number one is definitely, I'm going to definitely do this. I hope, keep your fingers crossed too, that this video actually runs, right, and saves me from feeling guilty about the whole session. Yeah, so the first one is interactive video. The second one is, hello, yeah, second one is interactive Word document. Yes, you heard it right, Word document. And how we can create interactive Word document. I'm sounding as if, like, wow, Eureka, I've got it for the first time. No, no, no. Like, people have been doing it for the last like 10 years, 15 years. Word document is as old as internet, right? It is existed. I remember when I was in 11th standard, the first thing I knew was Word document, right? And it's still there. And what I found very interesting about the Word document, for which you don't have to download things, right? It's like offline you can work, and it's interactive document you can create. Of course, you have to do certain things. I will not go into the technicalities of it. I actually did away with that by sharing those three documents. And thanks to Mr. Sudhir, who helped me to share it with the others. If you do not get, you have to contact the um, organizers and ask them to share these documents with you. But this is what is very important, very useful, especially where you know that your learner doesn't have access to internet that often, right? So interactive Word document. And the third thing that I'm going to talk about is interactive Google Docs, right? I know you might feel that, so what's the difference then? Google Doc is also actually a kind of Word document. Word document is basically Excel. Google Doc has made some changes to that and has added some features to it, which can be then converted into collaborative activities. That is where interaction really happens. And the interaction is not only with the teacher and the learner, but learners and learners. And that is what we call community learning. Thank you. Yeah, so these three things we are going to quickly take a look at. And the first thing that I'm going to do is how you can do introductions, uh, of very, like classic works like William Golding's Lord of the Flies through interactive video. Please remember that before we go to this video, what I have done is that I have only, like done little things. I've just kind of managed to manipulate things. Originally, the video has been made by someone, and you can see the scores. You can see, meet the creators. You can see the list. It's like more than 15 people were involved in creating this. I don't have that much time, money, and space to do these things. So what do? I explore the available videos. So this is where I'm going to take you to the video. And so I would like you to watch it carefully. And afterwards, I'm going to request some of my colleagues who have joined us on Zoom to respond to this, by unmuting themselves one by one and share their ideas so that others can also follow. And at the same time, also have a request to the organizers that please keep an eye on the comments in YouTube, so that if there is very interesting like question, I would love to take that question then and there. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So what, as I said, I'm going to show you, and hopefully this does not stop. Yeah. Okay. All of you are familiar with Lord of the Flies. Most of you are familiar with Lord of the Flies, and must have seen that how this novel is very important in our curriculum at different levels. Like it has been taught at school level. Those of you who teach at CBSE, IGSE, they will know that even at school level this novel is taught. It is taught at undergraduate level. It is taught at postgraduate level. And so let us see that how an interactive video can or a video can be explored or used in order to you know kind of get your learners motivated, get your learners to do certain things. YouTube content has been blocked. Okay. um, Whatever it says, I don't care. I only, wait. I think when I'm sharing, I just have to go to share and share my computer sound. Yes. Is it audible? Just let me know.
Yes, sir, it is audible.
Yes, Sachin sir, yes.
Fantastic.
Losing his
Thank you.
faith in humanity. Serving aboard a British destroyer in World War II, the philosophy teacher turned Royal Navy lieutenant was constantly confronted by the atrocities of his fellow man. And when he returned to England,
Okay, do you realize now that automatically the video has paused, right? Why? Because I've done something to it. What I've done is that, I've chosen this one specific spot in the video where I can pose my question. And so that is what I've done. You can see the question here. Don't worry. I mean, you don't have to answer the question, but you can definitely do that. But what I did is that I just posed the question. I'm not saying that this is the fantastic way of doing it, like the placement of question and all that. For that you have to study. I mean, like you really have to figure out, like, when to pose question, what kind of question to be posed to your learner. And now what your learner will see is this question, which has come up immediately after the video has started. So the question is that the professional experiences that had an impact on William Golding's novel Lord of the Flies were as, and then you have options, but in bracket it also says check all that apply, right? So it could be more than one options, and you just have to click on that and submit, and I'll get the responses. And you keep watching the video, and you will also get to know if your answer is right or wrong. For example, if I click on this and submit, it's definitely going to say that incorrect, right? My answer is incorrect, and I can continue.
turned to England to find Cold War superpowers threatening one another with nuclear annihilation, he was forced to interrogate the very roots of human nature. These musings on the inevitability of violence would inspire his first and most famous novel, Lord of the Flies. After being rejected by 21 publishers, the novel was finally published in 1954. It takes its title from
Okay, so you've got another question, right? Obviously, now all of us are overwhelmed. So by the time we watch the video, we probably didn't even pay attention. Like, okay, there's going to be a question that is going to pop up. But I have probably, you might, you are the best judges. You can tell me whether, it's helping you to kind of draw your attention, pay attention to the video carefully or not. And this is the second question, like, what is notable about the publication of Lord of the Flies? And then you have those 4 options, and you click on that option, choose one, and then it will tell whether it is correct or it's not. And my answer is correct. Yay, I got it, right? So I have sense of achievement now, and I'm very much
From
motivated.
Beelzebub, a demon associated with pride and war, 2 themes very much at the heart of Golding's book. The novel was a bleak satire of a classic island adventure story, a popular genre where young boys get shipwrecked in exotic locations. The protagonists in these stories are able to master nature while evading the dangers posed by their new environments. The genre also endorsed the problematic colonialist narrative found in many British works at the time, in which the boys teach the island's native inhabitants their allegedly superior British values. Golding's satire even goes so far as to explicitly use the setting and character names from R.M. Ballantyne's Coral Island, one of the most beloved island adventure novels. But while Ballantyne's book promised readers pleasure, profit, and unbounded amusement, Golding's had darker things in store. Lord of the
Hello. So once again, you have a question, and you will see that the nature of my questions is constantly changing. I'm not asking similar type of questions. So sometimes I ask them to pick up one option. Sometimes I ask them to see, like, probably there are 2 answers, 3 answers, correct answers, and then sometimes I just don't give options, and I just ask them to fill in the details, which I feel that, okay, this is like they can do, like they don't need options to answer a question like this. And then I have to fill the details, like the Coral Island. I don't know if I spelled it correctly, but Coral Island, like Lord of the Flies, was a satire of the British colonialism. And my answer is yes. Of course, all of you know what is the correct answer. And so I'll get the response and my answer is wrong. It's incorrect. And so I have to continue.
Lord of the Flies opens with the
Okay.
boys already on the island, but snippets of conversation hint at their terrifying journey. Their plane had been shot down in the midst of an unspecified nuclear war. The boys, ranging in age from 6 to 13, are strangers to each other, all except for a choir clad in black uniforms and led by a boy named Jack. Just as in Ballantyne's Coral Island, the boys' new home appears to be a paradise with fresh water, shelter, and
Okay, I'm
abundant
just
food
going
sources.
to
But even from the novel's
because we are running short of time, I don't think it's a good idea to continue the entire video. So I'll just stop playing, but I'll go to the last part of
opening pages, a macabre darkness hangs over this seemingly would they be returning to? With so few references to anchor the characters in a specific place or period, the novel feels truly timeless.
Okay, and then I have a question where you have to write answers in answer in detail. That do you think Lord of the Flies is a colonial narrative? Now it's not something that you can write like then and there, like in details. But of course you can just have quick thoughts, like whether you think it's a colonial novel or it's not a colonial novel, and what makes you feel that it is not a colonial novel. Just a couple of sentences, but this gets you thinking about it, right? Even if you have not thought about it, but it's there in the video. At least there are some comments in the video which give you some idea. So I know these questions which I am asking are very basic, and you can definitely, because I didn't explain to you what is the level of learners. So depending on the level of learners, it's going to change. Like the kind of questions that you ask, there is just going to change, right? I'm going to skip this and not answer, and
An
I'm just going to take you
examination
to the
of human
last
nature
question.
challenge even the most determined optimist. Can you preserve your mind in a society?
Okay, so here is your last question, and the last question is a detailed one, where many readers of Lord of the Flies speculate that the plot would have been completely different if da 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 da. Da. Okay, it's about women, it's about girls. Had it been different, like like had there been only women in the novel, would it have been different? So it's gender perspective, and this is going to require discussion. So the kind of question that I'm asking is called discussion question, where you have to discuss, and you don't discuss alone, you discuss with others, right? There are people who are going to respond to this. They are going to have their views, counter views, and then out of that you're going to have some better understanding. So this was my very small attempt to show that how a video, something like this. And fortunately, I must say that again, thanks to Dr. Dilip Barad, he has already mentioned this, that there is something called aidted.com, and not TEDaid.com. It's aidted.com. I can show you the yeah, this is the website. Now TEDaid.com or aidted.com actually is full of material on literature and language, and you can see the results show that there are 790 right results of this, out of which there are 139 lessons. Now what I did is I picked up one video from here. I took some of these questions. Of course, I didn't have enough time, so I didn't really like give a lot of thought to it. But what you can do is that even if you take the video from TED, you can twist it, you can condense it, you can ask, and you can ask different questions at different points, right, of the video, and get your learner to interact with the video. So this is like you make your learner navigate, you make your learner respond, you make your learner think, you make your learner make certain decisions. And so this is what I felt, even though this is a very small attempt. And I'm definitely again not like promoting TED in any way, but TED is, I felt personally, it's like a very rich source for teachers of English. Like whether you're teaching at school level, whether you're teaching at college level, you're just going to use this. And there are a number of videos which are available. Like if you're teaching postgraduates, definitely you have, fortunately, those scholars who give their lectures on literary theories, literary paradigms. Like you have scholars from Jawaharlal Nehru University, you have scholars from Jadavpur University, from and also from all over the world. And so these can be very helpful. How you arrange is very important. Okay, if I am like running like ahead of time, or maybe I'm just like overshooting time, please ask me to stop, and I'll stop at any point of time. Okay, now and this is the website that I would like you to visit, because they have free service. They don't charge you for certain for certain package. Like, so if you are uploading only YouTube videos, then they don't really charge you, and you don't have to pay. This is called playposit.com, and it's amazing. You can explore this and use and create such questions and share it with your students. Now, I'm quickly going to move to the next one. And obviously, the next one is, this is a poem that I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the poem, but I'm going to talk about, how you can create a very interactive Word document, which can help your learner kind of, remain engaged with the text, with the, the course that he or she is studying. And as I said, you don't need to have internet connectivity for this all the time. Once you download and you can work on it, independently without internet connectivity. Sometimes you might need for hyperlinks, but when it comes to filling in activities, you just don't need. I'm really sorry, I have to do this. And this is the poem that I'm going to talk about. Richard Cory. Uh, this is a poem written by American poet Edwin Robinson. Many of us have studied this poem at different stages, maybe at school level, but most of us must have studied at undergraduate level. And this one beautiful poem by Robinson has like a lot to say, a lot to share. And so how do you actually engage your learners in a poem like this? By using Word document. I have already given the technical uh, aspects of this, so I'm not going to engage you at the technical level, but I'll just quickly mention what all you require. Hello. Okay, my laptop is working weird. It simply doesn't want to. Okay, yeah. So here we have, I'm really sorry, I'm like going little haywire. Yeah. Now this is the document which I'm proud to say I created. Yeah. And then in this, what you can see, I'm not going to talk about the technicalities, but what you can see is that you can see a box here which says something, which gives you an instruction, or gives you an indication, like select any text. Remember, this is Word document. Select any text and click on the speech icon, which is there on top. You won't see it here because I've used the reading view. If I enable this editing, then here you can see this small icon called speak. Now what happens is that if you select any part of this text, let's say this part, and I click on speak, it will start reading. Hello, start. Okay, it's taking time. I said, it's a bit reluctant today.
First published in E.A. Robinson's second book of poems,
Thank you,
Children
madam.
of the Night, Richard Cory is one of the short, lyrical, and dramatic character sketches that Robinson is now best known for, although during his life he was most famous for the...
Wow. So this was wow for me, but maybe, many of you might say, okay, Sachin, we knew all about this. But I felt, this is very important, like especially our students who, like really struggle with reading. They don't really get to listen to a lot of English. And especially, you can read, you can listen to what you're reading. This is amazing. And you don't really have to do anything. It's out, it's right there. You just have to enable that option called speak option. I have already shared a document with you, and you can just go through the document and see how this is done. I'm not very, I'm not a very good person when it comes to technically explaining things. So, but this is there, and you can do this. Then as you scroll down, you'll realize that, in this text, I have, you can see a mark here, like American Dream has been highlighted. And what I do is that when I take the cursor to this, and this is offline, this is not online, remember, this is offline. As I take the cursor here, there is a comment that pops up in the box. And that comment says, go to insert tab in the taskbar and click Wikipedia to find more details on American Dream. So what I am doing is that I am just kind of uh, uh, helping my learner, like do things in my absence. But I felt that this is important. This might help my learner to know more about the poem, and the learner will be able to appreciate it, if he or she gets to know more about American Dream. And so I have just kind of um, imbibe that element there. So you can do this, and this option is very much there. You can see now, fortunately, if you click on insert, um, then you can see Wikipedia here, and you click on Wikipedia, and then you'll get information on American Dream. This will like open immediately here, in the side box, that you can see Wikipedia. And though I know like most of us do not really have very good opinion about Wikipedia, but I believe Wikipedia has improved a lot in the last few years, because it has to survive. And it is the only and probably the first digital platform where people came together to form knowledge. And this is amazing, though it's like shaky at times, but it's still trying to hold grounds. And so here it takes time, and for this, obviously, Wikipedia, if you're going to use Wikipedia, it will require you to have internet connectivity, minimum internet connectivity. But it's like then and there, you don't have to like minimize the document and then go to Wikipedia and find. You just have to click on American Dream, you copy paste, and you don't have to even copy paste. It's just there, like American Dream, and then you can see the details of American Dream. Fantastic. So I like this. I don't know about you, but I felt that this could be somewhat useful. The third thing that I did was to insert hyperlink, right? And you can see a hyperlink here. The moment I take the cursor here, like my learner has has access to an encyclopedia, which will give you more information, the historical context of the poem, which I have not covered in this document. Maybe it's print friendly, right? No is going to take the print out of this, but even if you keep it, it's just 1 page long document. And then you can go and find more about historical content. Now, the more interesting part is this, that here is the poem, which I have like given to the student. Did I mention the, yeah, here, see, please remember this. This is very important. Whenever I take, like material from any source, I make a habit to bring it to my students' notice that, look, this has been taken from this, and I have acknowledged it. So in a way, we are also inculcating the, like the value of acknowledgement, like acknowledging someone else's work and not plagiarizing it, taking the pleasure in plagiarizing. I keep saying this. Okay. So that was another thing. And here, this is very important. Now, this is the function which makes your text more interactive. The student has to respond, not only navigate through the text, but actually respond. For example, here, you have to type answer. And I have actually created this option by enabling one very important function in the Word document. It is called developer. And for that, you just have to go to the settings of Word and go to the ribbon where you have all the options and enable developer option. The moment you have developer option open, it opens this pane in which you have controls, like what all you would like to have in the text. And here, then you create these boxes where your learner has to respond to. The response could be blank, like you don't have any options, you just have to write your answer. The second response could be like you give a drop down and you have to pick up a particular point. So I tried this, and this is amazing. Remember, this can be done even without internet. You don't have to have internet connectivity to write your answer in this. Once you have written your answer is safe. If you take the printout, your printout will come up with the answer. So you can either take the printout and submit it to your teacher. You means the learner. Okay. And or you can just email it to the learner can email it to the teacher. I'm so sorry. Um, Used to, like talking to students, so it happens. Yeah, and then I have got like one more box, and that's how I can, keep creating. Now, what I have added further to my text, to my, Word file, is also a video. It's a very interesting video. It is actually another lyric which was inspired by Richard Cory, the song, the poem, and they had a different take on Richard Cory, and they keep saying, we don't want to be like Richard Cory. And whereas, the original poem, like this, there are these dwellers on the, the where do they live, a footpath, and they keep saying, we worked hard, and like we cursed our bread while we praised, Richard Cory. And then these people, like you have this is a famous duo, who are these, yes, sorry, Simon and yeah, uh, Garfunkel, and they have amazing way of, like converting, rereading Richard Cory. So what I've done is I've put this text here. It's a hyperlink, and you click on this, and this song will play. Obviously, just bear with me for 5 more minutes, and I'm done. Probably, if the organizers want, I can actually skip the third one. That is Google Doc. Yeah, but this was, I felt this is very important. How you can, like make one document very interactive for your learner. This takes time simply, because of the internet connectivity. Now I click on this, and it plays the song. Hello, magic, come on, do it. Mhm.
Performers were important only because they've made one important record. Afterwards and before, they're in oblivion for the most part. But I don't predict that kind of future for the next two people I'm going to introduce. They have a number of popular records, very, very good ones, but they're good singers and fine fellows. Here are Simon and Garfunkel. Richard Cory is the name of a poem written by Edward Arlington Robinson about a seemingly happy man who went... Richard Cory owns one half of this whole town with political connections to spread his wealth around. Born into society, a banker's only child. He had everything.
I'll stop.
Please, sum up, sir.
Yes, I'll stop.
Rankar sir is
Yeah.
waiting for.
Yes, done. So this is the last point that I wanted to bring to your notice, that how, you can create an interactive document for your learners. And again, here I have, created some more spaces, and obviously I have to do the edit. I have to go to the editing and make sure that the learner is not able to do anything else, like, cannot change any other text, but only enter, in these blank spaces. And that is how I feel that, this can be made very, very interactive. Okay, I'll skip the last part, that is that is Google Doc. It's not very difficult. I think many of us do that. As I just wanted to tell you that this Google Doc was not meant for education. Its purpose was basically corporate and offices. So we have to, and we have been customizing it to suit to our needs. So I'll just conclude now by with my last few remarks. I'm so sorry. Okay, I can just skip this. Yeah, so what I wanted to suggest through these activities is that, you don't really have to think of these like online e-content development especially as something very heavy, something very challenging. It challenges, but it also kind of gives an opportunity to our creativity. And so I think, if we explore this, and I think I used 5 different methods, techniques of creatively or not creatively, innovatively engaging the learners, right? Interactive. So I used initially I used the quiz, which was online. Then I used the PowerPoint presentation. I tried to make PowerPoint presentation appealing, obviously not like making a lot of like jazzy things into it and like bringing glitter things, but still, so that is another thing. And those three, ways of engaging learners in the absence of the teacher, and ultimately that is the point. And so we, I think, our role as educators is now much more than earlier. Like, we are not only teachers, but we also have to equip ourselves to deliver better and to be more better facilitators. So that's all from my side. Thank you very much, and thank you all for your patience. I apologize to my colleague, Dr. Rajesh Karankal, who has been like very patiently listening to all those sessions and eagerly
No, not at all,
waiting.
sir. Not at all.
Thank you very much, sir.
No. I have no hurry, sir. I have no hurry.
Yeah, but thank you very much, sir, that you stayed throughout the session. And I'll
Yes.
be looking forward to your inputs. I'm really, I couldn't take inputs and questions from other colleagues. Yeah, so here I am with my presentation. Thank you very much. Yes, and I have already shared the documents for those of you who are interested in finding the technical details of how to do these things. So you can just go to the documents. And I think, better than me, there are experts who can explain, and that these videos are easily available, 5-minute videos, and things become easier for you. All right, so thank you, Dr. Mari, Dr. Kamble, thank you very much. Now the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Sachin Labde, sir. I must express my sincere thanks to you for giving such a wonderful, informative, demonstrative deliberation on this virtual floor. Sir, you rightly said that it will be very difficult to talk after having listened to stalwart and eminent scholars here earlier. But I think that you are also a very scholarly person, though you are an emerging speaker, but you have delivered your lecture in a very digestive way. It was actually an academic food for all of us. So, on behalf of our college and dear participants, I must say thanks to you. Thank you very much, Dr. Sachin Labde, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Dear participants, we are running short of time, so we must move forward. We are now engaging a valedictory session. And for this valedictory session, we have with us Honorable Dr. Rajesh Karankal, sir. He is the head Department of English, University of Mumbai. So instead of wasting much time in giving the details about Dr. Karankal, sir, I directly would like to invite Dr. Karankal, sir, for the sake of giving his valedictory address. Dr. Karankal, sir, over to you.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You're
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rajesh Kamble and your entire team. The management of Arts, Commerce and Science College, Lanja, the principal of the college, Professor Dr. Kulkarni, sir, the special guest for today's workshop, Honorable Dr. Rajesh Kharat, sir, who is the Honorable Dean of Faculty of Humanities, University of Mumbai, the Chairperson of Board of Studies in English, University of Mumbai, Dr. Sudhir Nikam, sir, eminent speakers like Professor Barad from Bhavnagar University, Professor Joshi from Gujarat University, Ahmedabad, Professor Sachin, sir, Professor Dr. Sachin Labde, who is my worthy colleague in my department, who has been very active and a very, very sincere academic scholar in the department, and all the coordinator of this, the coordinator and the co-convener and the co-convener of this workshop, Professor Dr. Rajesh Kamble, Dr. Mali, and the entire team and friends. In fact, while the illustrated speakers were contributing on the theme of e-content, it was a wonderful experience to listen to them. I have logged into this right from 10 o'clock and listened to the entire deliberation, entire discussion, entire, lectures of the illustrated speakers. And I'm aware that this is going on non-stop, even without caring for a lunch break. And I'm aware that for valedictory, a lot of people usually are not interested. They are not interested because there is no lunch break too. And I know most of them are hungry too. You cannot neglect the reality. And therefore, if the speakers are speaking for 30 to 40 minutes, then I feel the valedictory should only be for 10 to 12 minutes. And that is my job. Sachin sir, I was not at all in a hurry. In fact, I wish I could give these 10 minutes to you also, so that you could complete what was left. I wish that.
Thank you, sir.
If I look at the deliberations and the contributions made by the illustrated speakers, I feel a lot has been discussed. The indicators of the success of this workshop are very clear, that you still have a few hundred people logged in and watching you online, live on YouTube. We are compelled by the crisis, that to COVID-19 crisis, to speak about e-content, e-learning, virtual era, online education, and a lot of other things which relate to a similar kind of environment. Though we are compelled by the COVID crisis to speak more and more about this, this has not begun just right now. It has already begun in the past, and we are continuing with this. Teachers have been using ICT in the classroom, and several students, especially the modern generation students, have been using it very effectively, and they're experiencing it. But of course, this is the reality of only those classrooms or those students who have access to technology, gadgets, and institutions which are well connected with all this. Now, when I say that this is an extremely essential tool and extremely essential phenomena, which has actually added value to the complete teaching learning process, it is true. And when you listen to Professor Barad or Professor Joshi or Professor Sachin sir, you realize that technology makes the learning experience so much enjoyable, so much more informative. I remember our days, some 11 years ago, when I tried to borrow some content from internet and tried to pass it on to the students in the class. A complaint was made to the vice chancellor of this university 10 years ago, stating that this fellow doesn't know anything. He only takes a lot of content from the internet and talks about that in the classroom. Can't we go online? Can't we read it for ourselves? Then what is the use of a teacher? This is one example. And now is the time when we are focusing more and more on a lot of resources. If a teacher reads from a book, prepares, understands, interprets, and gives his own perspective or her own perspective on the subject, that's a good teaching. But now, even the books are available online. People can read online if you have access. And similar process also happens that the teacher reads online, understands online, and adds his own perspective to that, gives his understanding, and passes on that perspectivized information to the students in the class. things have changed. We in India have always opposed technology from time to time. Let me tell you, when computer was first introduced in India, in the offices or in the companies, people opposed it, saying that a lot of people might lose jobs if the computer is brought in, because the computer can do the work of 10 people. So one computer will make 9 people jobless. Therefore, the resistance. Then from time to time, similar ventures were opposed. Today also, we have a similar situation. People still have their own doubts about the technology education or the technology aided education. But they're also right in some way that let's understand one fact, that the teacher cannot be replaced by technology in the classroom, but teacher can always take help of technology. Remember the lectures given by all the 3 scholars today. They have given all the possible advantages of technology aided education and the technology based education today, and how to develop e-content. See, we all keep growing, we all keep evolving this technology, and we keep learning from our own mistakes. We keep modifying this technology to ensure that it suits the need of each and every student in the class. All of us will be very happy if technology helps the last student in the class, and it helps the last man in society. And therefore, when we start using it, we experience some disadvantages of these technology aided things, and we slowly minimize the disadvantages and we maximize the advantages. It is all these resource persons have proved beyond doubt that e-learning and virtual classrooms are things now, especially in the crisis situation like this today. But once the students are at ease with technology, this will become enjoyable for almost everybody. But we have to also ensure that when we make e-content, when we develop e-content, think of the last man, think of the last person, think of the last and the most disadvantaged being in our society, who should also learn with us, because growing taller is not enough. Growing taller together is the real purpose of growing. And therefore, I want to speak much about the advantages now. Neither am I an authority on how to develop e-content, but we are all learning. I also have done a couple of courses on how to develop content, e-content especially. And therefore, once the teacher and students are at ease, when people are able to get these gadgets, when they are able to have real connectivity. So with gadgets, with connectivity, with the supporting environment, e-learning is an enjoyable experience and the teaching becomes fun. But while developing these e-contents, my only appeal to all the teachers who are into this and in all those stakeholders, including students, that let's not forget those less unfortunate or less fortunate brothers and sisters of ours who are not part of this 8% connected people, technology connected people, 8%. We only have 8% technological connected people with technology in India today. Let's think about them and ensure that we are able to reach to those people too. Because no access to technology or even gadgets till when is a problem. And we all are speaking right now about the digital divide. So our aim should be to use technology to bridge the digital divide. We have heard a few weeks ago that a student committed suicide in Kerala just because she did not have the gadgets at home to participate in the online teaching learning process. I hope we'll be doing this. I think I lost. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Sir. We continue.
So you're audible.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. So with these advantages, people also have doubts, and there are two important doubts that people usually are writing about even on the internet now. And those two doubts are: one, is the e-content an alternative of talk and chalk method? Number one. Right. And number two is, can the e-content replace teacher in a classroom? Now, for both these questions, the answer is clear no. The e-content can never be an alternative to chalk and talk method. Face-to-face teaching learning is the best way so far, till we reach a level where technology can really prove and replace the talk and chalk method. Similarly, the e-content cannot right now replace the classroom teaching, but it is useful, especially in a situation where the face-to-face teaching is not possible, number one. And number two, even if in future the face-to-face teaching once again becomes possible for all of us, e-content can only help and make this teaching learning more enjoyable. I really appreciate that Professor Sudhir Nikam sir has pointed out one thing in his primary inaugural speech, and that I really want to underline before I close. And that is, he said that when we are using technology all the time, there are a lot of people in the corporates who are willing to take it up as a business and make it more expensive. Or they might make it cheaper too. But once education becomes a business, we tend to exclude a sizable number of population from the teaching learning process. Privatization of education in India has made it more expensive and therefore made it inaccessible for people. Similarly, if these gadgets and the technology education becomes a private enterprise for profit making, then that is, let me also tell you friends, then that is also going to make it inaccessible for the people, because those who can pay the way they design the payment, only they can access, and those who cannot pay the way it is expected, then they'll be out of it. I hope with this word of caution, so we all have to work towards it to ensure that now we cannot stop the privatization of education, but we can certainly minimize the education or the teaching learning process on becoming a privatized business. With this, I conclude, and I once again thank the organizers for having me here to conclude this, and I profoundly thank all those who listened to me in spite of the fact that they missed their lunch. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Dr. Rajesh Karankal sir, for giving, for passing an eye-opening and very practical remarks on this virtual floor of e-workshop. And thanks a lot for validating this e-workshop by addressing to participants. I must extend my sincere thanks to you, sir, on behalf of my department, IQAC, and our Arts, Commerce, and Science College, Lanja. I must say thanks to you. Thanks a lot. Now, I would like to invite our Vice Principal and IQAC Coordinator, Dr. K.R. Sawan sir, for proposing the vote of thanks of this function. So over to you, Dr. K.R. Sawan sir.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am here to thank you all. It gives me an immense pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for the function of national level e-workshop on designing e-content for English language and literature. I am honored and privileged to extend our sincere thanks to respected Dr. Rajesh Kharat sir, Dean Faculty of Humanities, University of Mumbai, for giving us consent to chair the inaugural session as the chief guest. But unfortunately, he couldn't get time for his because of his busy schedule. He had an urgent meeting with the university officials. But sir has sent his best wishes for this function. So I express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Kharat sir. I also express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sudhir Nikam, Chairperson, Board of Studies, University of Mumbai, for his thought-provoking inaugural speech and his valuable contribution and support to make this event very successful. We are grateful to all the resource persons for their able guidance and deliberations and sharing of valuable thoughts, that too without any expectations. I express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Dilip Barad, Professor and Head of the Department of English, Dean Faculty of Arts, MK Bhavnagar University, Dr. Jagdish Joshi, Director, UGC, HRDC, Gujarat University, Ahmedabad, Dr. Sachin Labde, Associate Professor, Department of English, University of Mumbai. I am also thankful to Dr. Rajesh Karankal, Sir, Head of the Department of English, University of Mumbai, for validating this function with inspiring words of appreciation. I thank our principal for his unstinted support for this function. My heartfelt thanks to Dr. Raju Kamble, Head of the Department, Head of our English Department, and Dr. Rajesh Mari from the Department of English for the efforts and strains they have taken to organize such a wonderful online workshop. I owe special gratitude to Siddesh Kaure for his technical support and also for non-teaching staff who have worked hard to ensure this occasion become a memorable success. I thank all the distinguished invitees present for this seminar accepting our invitation. I thank the members of the media for evincing interest in converting the event and also all good hearts who work behind the screen. Last but not least, I thank you, my friends in the IQAC, for their cooperation in making this function a resounding success. Finally, I leave you this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concern of all humanity. The program, thank you all for your cooperation. The program will end with our college song. So I request Dr. Prakash sir, please play the college song. Thanks.
सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते हात मातीत माखुनी कोरल्या इथे अंगरेखात रंग रंग भरले इथे हात मातीत माखुनी कोरल्या इथे अंगरेखात रंग रंग भरले इथे अंतरंगातुनी मातीच्या मूर्ती घडल्या इथे घेतात आकार कल्पना शिल्प साकारली इथे नहि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते इथे ज्ञान पूजिले विज्ञानाने इथे कला ही जगली अभिमानाने इथे ज्ञान पूजिले विज्ञानाने इथे कला ही जगली अभिमानाने होनाच्या या मोला जपले विद्यार्थ्याने इथल्या विद्वानाने इथल्या विश्वासाने इथल्या नहि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते
Thank you. Thanks a lot, dear participants and all respected guests. Now, participants will get their e-certificate after filling the feedback. Thank you.
Should I stop it, sir, now?
Yes, sir.